Let's do this.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. President-elect Trump plans to sign dozens of executive orders after he's sworn in today, many related to border security, one delaying a ban on the TikTok social media app unless its Chinese owner sells.
TikTok had actually shut down for a few hours in the U.S., but then the president-elect said he'll be issuing an executive order delaying the TikTok ban and producing a deal to protect U.S. national security.
Fox's Jill Nato. 90 Palestinian prisoners are freed by Israel as part of a ceasefire deal.
It comes hours after the first 3 Hamas-held hostages were released. They are said to be in good health, and 30 more are expected to be let go in the coming weeks. Israeli troops have also begun to withdraw from Gaza to a buffer zone, and hundreds of aid trucks entered the enclave.
Fox's Ashley Strohmeyer. There are winter storm alerts in effect from Texas to Georgia, the first in Tallahassee, Florida since 2014. America's listening to Fox News.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. A big January run this week with a nice selection of all classes of cattle, especially high-quality native weaned calves, light yearlings, bred cows. Expect to sell 1,950 head. Breaking down like this: 125, 150 weight cows of bulls, 150, 175 pairs bred cows, 1,650 calves and yearlings. Today's sale will include 10 to 15 cow-calf pairs, mostly black, white-face, Angus, and Brangus cross cows, with black calves, pairs 7 to 10 years old. 37 bred cows. Ken Smith Incorporated, Hobbs, New Mexico. Excellent quality black Angus cows, bred to high-quality Angus bulls. These cows are northern genetics, mostly third trimester and 3 to 5 years old. Fancy set of young Angus cows in good flesh. 81 calves, Mr. Earl Baker, Van Horn, Texas. Excellent quality black, white face, red, white face English crossbred calves. Cattle wean 90 days, 2 rounds of shots. Thin condition, 300, 450 pounds. 70 calves, light yearlings, Los Adobes Ranch, Winston, New Mexico. Excellent quality black Angus, weaned 45 days, 1 round of shots. Cattle are bunk broke, 400, 700 pounds. 133 yearlings, the L7 Ranch here north of Roswell. Excellent quality, 85% Charolais crossbred yearlings. Cattle wean 90 plus days, 3 rounds of shots. Bunk broke, 600, 800 pounds. 45 calves, 4K livestock here at Roswell. Excellent quality black, white face, and Charolais crossbred calves. Cattle wean 60 days, 3 rounds of shots. Medium condition. Bunk broke, 375, 500 pounds. 71 steer yearlings, Rio Hondo Land and Cattle Company at Picacho, New Mexico. Excellent quality, 80% black Brangus. Cattle wean 90 days, 2 rounds of shots, right off some short wheat, 600 to 775 pounds. 77 steer yearlings, Mr. Dave Mead at Verdon, New Mexico. Excellent quality black Angus and Brangus steers. Cattle wean 70 days, 2 rounds of shots. Bunk broke, 600 to 750 pounds. 31 heifers, the Mescalero cattle growers, Mescalero, New Mexico. Excellent quality red, white face English crossbred heifers. Heifer calves, cattle wean 60 days, 2 rounds of shots, 275, 375 pounds. 86 calves, Mr. Jace Garrett, Cedarvale, New Mexico. Good quality black, white face Angus crossbred calves. Shots at Brandon, 450, 650 pounds. 76 steer calves, the Barrow Cattle Company, Andrews, Texas. Quality black, white face, red, white face English crossbreds. Cattle are light weaned, 2 rounds of shots, 500, 650 pounds. And 75 calves, the Travelstead Ranch down at Carlsbad. Excellent quality black, white face Angus crossbred calves. Cattle weaned 60 days, 2 rounds of shots, 350, 500 pounds. Several smaller consignments of high-quality native weaned calves and yearlings. Sale time this morning will be at 9 o'clock. Sell pairs bred cows 9:45. Be selling calves and yearlings around 11:30. Fairly short on weigh cows. Be on the bred cows and pairs off pretty quick, so don't be late. We expect to sell 1,950 head. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Guerrilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Guerrilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling LLC, over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
Hi, good morning. The 285 forecast going down to 85 today with Roswell at 34 degrees, mixed of sunshine and clouds, 38 degrees in Carlsbad, Artesia, and Lovington and Hobbs at 31 degrees this afternoon. The temperature will drop to 10 degrees in Lovington by tomorrow morning, only 33 degrees for a high tomorrow afternoon, and then 37 degrees in Carlsbad, Artesia. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
About time.
It is about time.
Yeah.
I'm out standing in the sunrise with the case of the early morning shade.
You ready to rock?
Be in the Breakfast Club, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
Hi, I'm Alexa. This is my favorite morning show. But these guys top funny.
The new and improved Be in the Breakfast Club. Now including Monica and Blake.
It's like I've got the winning ticket in my pocket.
Listening to anything else is like guessing your sister. You.
You sick bastard! Look at this! This is a wake-up call, all right? Fine, I got it. Done.
Today,
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
is Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Dr. Martin Luther King.
Martin.
I have a dream.
Civil rights legend.
Luther.
Great man.
King. Great man. Jr.
Great leader.
Celebrating the legendary civil rights leader.
Free at last! Free at last!
Martin Luther King Jr.
Thank God Almighty! We are free at last!
Let us begin.
Are you experiencing TikTok detox? TikTok detox. Symptoms include phantom thumb scrolling, staring blankly at your locked phone, and whispering, "For you, page, come back." TikTok detox. Side effects include productivity, awkwardly dancing in grocery.
Oh, wait, it's back. It was only gone for less than 1 day. We don't need the TikTok detox. It's back.
I don't know. There were some people freaking out about it.
Oh, gosh.
Brought it back. But the question of the day, I want to know, do you think TikTok is a issue and that it should be banned? I want to hear from you. Our number 877-396-W105. I actually lost TikTok, went back and changed the settings in my phone, regained TikTok, but then I had no traction because all the viewers are in the United States. So I was pretty much, peeing in the wind. But TikTok is back, and it looks like American buyers are on you got multiple people that said they want to buy it, and the sell price is like $20 billion. Donald Trump said something about it belonging to the people of the United States and that we should buy it. I don't know what he meant by that, and I got to dive into that. If he means the American public or the government owned it, I'm not for that.
No.
Let a private entity buy it and be done with it. So,
No,
Blake, TikTok, does it got to go?
No, I don't think so. But I've said that all along. It is a social media company. It doesn't do anything different than all the other ones don't do.
So, Meta is a global company.
It is.
YouTube.
And they've
and
obviously showed their influence with their fact checkers, which they immediately got rid of when they realized they weren't going to.
And look, TikTok, I think it was 2 years ago, was told that they had to put all their databases in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And they did that. Oracle took over all the databases. So they have already done that. And I know there are people like, well, they can hack into your phone. And who else can hack into your phone?
Every single one of those apps. Tom?
hack into your phone.
Sure.
Yep.
So,
I mean, they all
Monica-
have different algorithms and they all have different codes that
Yes.
run under it. And your terms of user agreement with all of those would scare the bejesus out of you if you ever read
you
them.
Actually, you go on Facebook and read the terms of agreement, and you're probably going to freak out. Monica, TikTok's got to go.
I don't think so. I enjoy TikTok, not for the same reasons most people do. Well, I guess I can say most people. I don't really post on it. I use it to make videos when I have like so many
Sure.
pictures that I want to share.
Yeah.
But as far as like the buying and selling that a lot of people have chosen to do on TikTok, I've never taken part of that.
Yeah,
So,
I don't do any of that. I
Yeah.
posted a picture of me and we at eating out at a resort.
I loved that, by the way.
And so, and that, I post a lot of political stuff, but that one got the biggest, the biggest audience. So, and I tried to do a live video coming back from the gym today, but for whatever reason, it didn't like me doing live. So, I just kind of went, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
That was a beautiful
but, yeah, I mean, look, if you're looking for me on TikTok, I'm just starting out because I had to restart because they deplatformed me once. No, this would be the third time. This would be my third account. So it's the real Kevin B. So if you're looking for me, that's where it's at, and I appreciate you guys so much.
I guess I
Not
need
like
to go
I'm
and
making
open
money off of
TikTok.
it. I'm not making cash, but it is up, and
You know
I
what?
like the
I
platform.
just realized all of your food pictures, you could start a really neat TikTok.
Oh,
Posting all of your...
that was kind of my goal to do like podcasts from the Philippines about living in the Philippines. I just don't have that much time.
It
But
does,
if I
it
do
does take time.
It does.
short videos, not an hour, not 30 minutes, I could probably get something. Tom, I suggest you get on TikTok.
I've never
There's
been on
a
it.
guy-
He can't
there's a
figure out
guy-
Facebook. It's a nasty
Yeah.
channel.
It is not. Oh my.
Why would there? Okay, I didn't get Tom's opinion. Let me get
612.
Tom's opinion.
612,
So,
and we already.
Tom, should it be deplatformed? TikTok.
I don't care either way. To tell you the truth.
So
do you know
why
what,
is it
do you know what that
nasty
means?
channel?
Yeah.
Why is it a nasty channel?
Nah, it's always got nasty stuff on it.
You've looked at nasty stuff on it.
No, this thing. I mean, it will pop up on my Facebook. I'm like, what the heck's going on with
How
that?
how will it pop up on your Facebook?
It always did.
How does
And it was like,
up?
nasty channel, nasty channel, nasty channel.
Tom,
you must hate to tell you, bro. The only way nasty stuff pops up on your phone is if you're looking at nasty stuff, and the algorithms are saying to pop up nasty stuff on your phone. True story. Am I wrong, Blake?
For the most part, that is correct.
and on Friday when you came back, I happened to just glance over at you one day, or one of the times, and you were scrolling through Facebook. And I saw that there was a picture of a girl, and she was dressed very, skimpy. And I thought, let me
You
grab my
try to
phone
act so
I can
wholesome while
record
other
this
people-
so that way he
Yeah.
has no argument.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you're slick because you didn't go back up to take that second look at her. You just kept scrolling.
Well, they pop
Yeah,
up.
you
They pop
try
up
to
all the time on
act.
my deal.
They do, but why
You
though?
try to
Good
act
question.
wholesome like people from Midland. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does that
Like
pop up on
peop-
yours?
Women?
No.
Mm-mm.
How about Kevin? Do they pop up on
No.
yours? Yeah, mine either.
Because I'm not a random stalker. That's why. I'm not a random stalker.
Well, because I know what he's talking about. He's talking about where they say, "Hey, you might like this reel, or you
Sure.
might like
Mhm.
whatever."
Yeah.
And-
well, I mean, your algorithms say it all. All right, this morning, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching, Tom said that we should all dress up. And Monica, I took the initiative this morning to get up. And Tom said for the inauguration, we should dress up and support Donald Trump. So
Yeah.
I did my part.
I did my
Tom?
part too.
T-shirt, big deal.
What?
Blake ain't dressed up.
Look, I've got my Thug Life Donald Trump sitting in front of the White House. I've got my pink Make America Great Again cap on.
Tom, it was your idea. Is there anything you follow through with?
But I know you guys weren't going to do it.
What are you talking about? Look at me. I got the damn cutoff T-shirt on. It's got Donald Trump. Make America, fix America again. What are you talking about?
Monica, she ain't got no gown or nothing on.
No gown?
Gown? Who said anything about a gown? You said dress up.
Well,
this is my dress up.
Dress up means you're in a gown.
No. Who's going to wear a gown in the studio to do a radio show?
Marlena's going to have a gown on tonight.
Her name is Melania, by the way. And if you can't pronounce her name, just keep her name out of your mouth.
I did see a series on her on Netflix the other night.
How do you know?
Great.
I was
Fantastic.
surfing, and I thought, wow. An amazing
But I'm
woman.
dressed up.
Keep her name
I
out
got
your
the-
mouth.
Yeah, keep the name out of your mouth. All right, part of our show prep is off today for Martin Luther King Day. They just took off for the post office. They were closed, and for Jimmy Carter's funeral. So these guys all of a sudden think they're government workers or something. I don't get it.
Well, maybe it's run by Michelle Obama.
It could be.
She took off for Carter's. She wasn't
Yeah.
there. She's not going to be at the inauguration today.
Yeah.
Are
Who
her
knows?
and Barack having problems?
Right?
Maybe. That's what they did celebrate their anniversary. I think it's 35 years together, and they did go out to eat together.
Huh.
So, Dame Joanne Plowright passed away on Friday. She was 95. She was the widow of Sir Laurence Olivier.
Yes.
Really?
And she passed away. And the movie Wicked had a budget of $150 million, just earned over $700 million.
Wow.
Tom, would you call that a success?
What's the big deal about that movie? It's Cinderella, isn't it?
I don't know, but would you call it a success? That was the question.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it's a stupid movie anyway.
How do you know? You don't even know what it's about.
Well,
Dude,
Cinderella.
It is not about
sit
Cinderella.
home in your tidy whities, eating Cheetos with two cats watching the Hallmark Channel. I wouldn't take your recommendations on a movie, but I mean, Wicked is not my movie, but I applaud that they made $700,000.
Well, and apparently it's a musical, and Mandy said it was really good. And so
I'm surprised
whenever it's
Tom's not digging it.
Whenever it's on a because you still got to buy it. That's why.
No, I mean, it doesn't have that Sound of Music flair. Just
you don't even know.
Did you see it?
You didn't even know what it was about.
Just by the trailers, I'm like, whatever.
So you watch the trailers.
It's like reading the back of the book. Reading a book, I always read the last page. If it ain't no good, I ain't reading it.
So you don't know anything about it.
Right.
Yeah. From a guy that hasn't read a book in 50 years.
Less than that.
Less than that? So 48 years?
I'm just not into reading.
When's the last time you read a book? Serious. From cover to back cover, start to finish.
Probably 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
20 years
Seriously?
ago. I believe you. I'm believing you.
That's
I'm
a long
believing
time
in.
ago, Tom.
Who cares, man?
What
Yeah,
about like
that's a long
articles,
time ago.
magazine articles?
I ain't got time. I'm retired.
I'm
I'm
retired.
retired.
There you go.
All right, let's check the weather for Martin Luther King Day. Being brought to you by Maine Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Maine Trailer Sales, serving southeast New Mexico with the largest inventory of pre-owned and brand new RVs. Fifth wheels, toy haulers, ultralights, new inventory coming in every week. Go check them out. If you're living in a hotel, getting paid that per diem, put that money towards a fifth wheel. When you pay it off, it's paid off and it is yours. That's pretty cool. MainTrailerSalesInc.com or call David this morning, 575-822-1751. MainTrailerSalesInc.com. Martin Luther King Day looks like cold weather advisory until about 8 o'clock this morning. 33 for the high today. Sunny skies, 12 tonight with extreme cold weather for tonight. And then 33 and sunny for tomorrow, maybe warming up, they say, by Wednesday for southeast New Mexico. Weather for today in Lincoln County, Ruidoso, 29 for the high. Chance of snow early evening tonight. Extreme cold weather. And Ruidoso, they say temperatures down to about 2. 33 and sunny tomorrow, and warm it back up on Wednesday to about 45. 5-day forecast, go to W105radio.com. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by our buddies at Fenn's Country Market. Find them in Artesia. Drumsticks and thighs right now, 99 cents a pound. Chuck roast, $4.99 a pound. Boston butt pork roast, $1.69 a pound. Raw shrimp for $5.99 a pound. Roma tomatoes, 99 cents a pound. Juicy apples, just $1.99 a pound. From the deli department, get roast beef for $11.99 a pound. Mesquite turkey breast for $6.99 a pound. And bologna for $3.99 a pound. And if you're looking for refreshments, not a problem. They have A&W, Squirt, 7-Up, Sunkiss, and others. 3 6-packs for $12. Let's get you to the text line. Our number 877-396-W105. Calling from Lincoln County, not a problem. 575-454-4935. Tom?
Lovington Trash Man says, boy, Tom said he reads the last page, and if that's not no good, then he doesn't read the book. It goes on to say, laugh my A off. The last page says the end.
Right.
Says the
Yes.
text.
You have said that before. Now that I'm remembering. Monica Hader says he come everything Tom does or has done is always 20 years ago. You meant how come everything Tom does.
Because
it's a trait he has in common with Joe Biden at this point.
Looks like Tom woke up on the stupid side of the bed this morning, says another texter.
And Germa's
Isn't
chiming
that
in.
every day?
Germa's chiming in. I like TikTok's editing tools. He says, but TikTok discriminates. Yes, against the.
Wait. Hold on a second. I'm going to do it for you. Just look at the camera and play This Is You.
What do you do?
Discriminates.
Yes. Against the hunting culture, I deleted it, he says. It's a shame that half-naked girls, probably underage, can post a video of themselves, but I can't post my hunting trips, says Germ.
Yeah, well, anything hunting, killing animals, yeah. These community standard people probably don't like that. I'm going to tell you what they really do dig. The African tribal stuff with the naked, almost naked tribal people dancing. They love those videos.
So I told you that.
They have no problem with those videos.
Yeah.
And by the way, a buddy of mine posted those videos to prove a point that they're like boobies. I'm talking about naked boobies. And he posted up the video. I opened it. So now I'm getting all the tribal women dancing.
Good for you.
See, that's the way that works, Tom.
Okay.
Thank you, Rodney. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Another texter said there's plenty of hunting on TikTok. If the system can rally together to ban stuff, which they showed they can, ban the poison in our food. Do something that
Amen.
actually matters. TikTok doesn't
Well, how about
matter.
this? Let's
That's from
ban
Anthony and Roswell.
China. Yeah, let's ban China from not buying land in America.
Yeah. Or farms.
Or, yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Land, farms, houses, buildings, whatever.
Blake
I can get down with that.
Yeah. Blake Wannabe, crash alert, says the text. Stop the background music, really. Don't interrupt Blake. I mean, the Trump train has crashed the White House. Get on board or get out of the way. God bless America, says Blake Wannabe this morning.
So, Tom, Trump said that yesterday. Trump said that if you're not happy with America, he goes, you can always leave. You can always come back. But if you're really not happy with it, you should probably leave.
Right.
Because we're moving forward.
Right.
And I just want to say something about the background music. Because of the carnival that's going on with Kevin,
Well, there's
Right.
another
I
carnival
try to
going
make
on.
sure that I have something playing to kind of drown that out a little bit.
Yeah, and I thought I was going to get a better deal going through Alibaba for these storm shutters to kill some of the noise, because I've done everything I can do. And they sent me a quote back today for $3,000. I was like, well, hell, that's more than the local guy told me.
Local it is.
Yeah.
Smokey in Arizona says, good morning, guys. I hope you all have a great week. The only problem with TikTok that it was given Facebook Matter, whatever the hell you want to call, whatever the hell you want to call him, or run for their money, and they realized that they were about to go under. My opinion. That was a little hard to read, Smokey.
It could be. Meta.
Probably. Yeah, and look, they're all competing for FaceTime. They're all, I mean, when I say FaceTime, I'm talking about, you on a screen. They're all competing for that.
Well, and you notice
And-
Zuckerberg is really sucking up to Donald Trump right
Oh,
now.
he's really sucking up. Him, and not only him, but did you see Microsoft, Bill Gates? Also chipped in a bunch of money for the inauguration. Yeah, lots of money. All right, breaking news this morning. 2 stories coming out. Biden trying to do a lot of things.
Damage.
Last minute. Biden pardons Mark Milley, Anthony Fauci, and the January 6th committee members. This is preemptive pardons. So what this means is if they are found guilty, say Fauci is found guilty of murder.
Yep.
He's got the pardon, the pocket pardon from Biden.
The get out of jail free card.
So say he killed Tom.
No.
Say Fauci is just tired of Tom and he kills Tom. He will never see a day in jail because Biden preemptive pardon. Has this ever been done before?
I don't think so.
Well, today it did.
I don't think this has ever been done. And Fauci, by the way, shouldn't get a preemptive pardon because stuff that this guy has done is completely illegal.
Evil.
Dating back to the Obama years. And Mark Milley and the January 6th, they're crooked as hell. So why would you need a pardon and you haven't been charged with something? Because you're guilty as hell.
Right.
That's right.
You are
That would
guilty
be
of
the
crimes.
only. Yeah. All right. Most Americans.
I have a question.
What?
So
Sure.
the pardon does a lot of things, but what if they're brought up on treason charges? Does a pardon cover treason?
100% correct.
I mean,
this is troubling. This is really troubling. But you know what? We say Biden did this. I'm going to prove later on in the show that Biden didn't even know what he was doing. I will play this cut.
Okay.
And you'll go, yep, that's what we've been saying. He didn't even know what he was doing. He banned shipping natural gas. He didn't even know what he was doing when they asked about it. He was like, I didn't do that. Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. More Americans favor banning TikTok than oppose TikTok, according to a Rasmussen poll. I'm not buying that. I am 170 million users of TikTok. That's what, about half of the population?
Yeah. And it depends on who they polled. Did they poll everybody
And
over 50?
Here's the problem I have, and maybe somebody can tell me different. It's like banning Coca-Cola. You know what? I don't drink Coke. So you know what I do? I don't want it banned for everybody.
Right.
So if you don't like TikTok and you're worried about them hacking into your bank accounts and that type of stuff, then don't use TikTok. I mean, we're starting to sound like liberals because that's what liberals do. Don't like it? Let's ban it. Don't like guns? Let's take them all away.
Right.
So I'm not buying this poll. I would love to hear from you this morning. Would you like to ban TikTok? Or do you like TikTok? I'd love to hear from you this morning. And the tomorrow is the 60-day session. Democrats are going to be fighting for crime bills.
No, they're going to be fighting to take away your rights.
So, we've said this before. Democrats are great at breaking something and then trying to fix it. I mean, Joe Biden did that whole bunch. We caused the problem, and then we'll go back and try to fix it.
Right.
So 60-day session. I'm going to go through a lot of these public safety initiatives coming up later on in the show. But tomorrow, the session begins, and it's going to be quite interesting. Liberals losing their mind over Snoop Dogg performing for the pre-inauguration ball. Now, back in 2016, Snoop said some pretty derogatory things about Donald Trump and white supremacy and all kind of other stuff. But I think people woke up and go, no, that's not the case.
Sure.
And so the liberals are upset that Snoop was there. Do they get paid to make that to perform?
I think they do.
I imagine so, yeah.
I mean, they might donate their time, but I think that there is
Right.
a pay schedule.
You know what? That's something to look up. I will look it up. Hold on just a sec.
Yeah, I'm interested to know. Donald Trump vows the biggest first week today.
300
They
already.
had set 100 executive. What, Tom?
I heard this morning the Fox, he's got 300 of those.
I heard 200.
I heard
They
200.
had said
200.
100 first, but I'm thinking it's going to be, 200, and 200 is a lot.
Day one, yeah.
That's
I mean, for
double
one
Joe
day.
Biden. Well, and how
That's
many of
a-
those? And how many of those are undoing other executive orders?
Right.
Oh, well, that's
That's
what it is.
exactly
Is
what I
reversing
said.
force. Yeah. Taking out trash. I'm going to talk about something he did, and it's kind of scary. Some of the things that he has done. Did you see Donald Trump dancing with the Village People?
Yes.
It was awesome.
It was incredible.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, said he would love to buy TikTok. He said he got $20 billion in cash on the table.
Does he?
I don't have that much
Yeah, that's
money.
what he said.
Wow.
$20 billion in cash to buy Chinese-owned social media platform, but that's only in the United States. That's not
Right.
the entire platform.
No, it's only the United States.
So 20. You said right now I got 20 billion on the table, cash. That's his exact words.
Wow.
Cash money. What would happen if Elon Musk would buy TikTok and have X and TikTok? There would be people losing their mind.
Yeah. Yes, they would.
Yeah, losing their mind. All right, we're going to get to, we'll get to taking out trash in just a bit. We got the thought for the day coming up. Also, the tweet of the day. Our number 877-396-W105. Let's get to the thought for the day being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. Wakefield Oil, you can find them in Roswell, based in Roswell, but they serve all of southeast New Mexico. Need them to deliver oil and gas or deliver interstate batteries. Not a problem. Go to wakefieldOil.com or 575-622-4160. Mr. Wendell Wakefield started the company, brought his family to New Mexico, and the kids are, carrying on that tradition. Give them a call if you need anything. They deliver on-road or off-road. 622-4160. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day is Fat Guy Thoughts. Fat Guy Thoughts. Gyms are full of people that haven't found the right couch. It's my thought for the day this morning. By the way, I'm going to give you a number, Tom. 866-347-2423. Keep that number in mind. That is the number for ICE. There's a new sheriff in town.
23. Okay, good. All right.
What's that, Tom?
I wrote the number down. Hey, B, I got an answer to Blake's question. Can someone be pardoned for treason? Now, according to Wikipedia, the Constitution says that presidents can grant reprieves and pardons for offenses against the United States, except in the cases of impeachment. That means the president can forgive someone convicted of a federal crime and their sentence and more, and restore their rights.
But the question was preemptive. to grant a pardon before the crime, they were actually even, they were charged with a crime before they went to prison. I don't think this has ever happened.
Yeah, they haven't even been charged.
Yeah. This is something that happens in third world countries.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm totally surprised. Totally surprised.
Now, that didn't answer the treason question.
No, it did not.
Said it could. They said he could, except in a case of impeachment.
And you found this on Wikipedia.
Wikipedia this morning.
Why?
Wow.
Well, you, again, didn't answer treason, and treason is a higher crime than impeachment.
Treason is a crime against your country, right?
It's the
What
ultimate
did you just say?
crime.
What did you just say?
Treason's a crime against your country, right?
I don't know, Kevin.
We got deeper problems than we thought we had. I'm just going to leave it at that, Monica. It's 6:35.
Okay. I seen somewhere that Mark Zuckerberg lobbied the guy that introduced the bill to ban TikTok millions of dollars. Then the guy that authored the bill invested, I think it was $700 million into Meta, and then voted to TikTok now. If that's not, or trading or trying to eliminate the competition, then I don't know what you would call it, says Smokey. I feel like there's always some behind the scenes stuff that, we don't always get told, but is it relevant? Does it matter? Sometimes not at all. Don't ban TikTok. It's entertaining when I look at it, says Mike. Are you enjoying Tom?
Yeah, and now the texture says, I enjoy using TikTok, says original John in Carlsbad.
And in my opinion, a pardon should only be used for something that you have been convicted of, not something in the future. That's what I thought a pardon was.
Yeah.
Correct.
And Toby from Hagerman.
Yeah, I think this would be the first time this has ever happened.
And Toby from Hagerman says, how is a preemptive pardon illegal? I mean, it shouldn't even be possible.
Right.
He's saying this morning.
I agree with that.
That's like playing Monopoly and have the get out of jail card.
Well, it's like...
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah, and you have it before the game starts.
Yes. Yeah. All right, we're going to talk about Albuquerque man pleads guilty to child abuse charges. We'll get to that. Also, a man pled guilty to killing State Police Officer Justin Hare. And the cartel guns down and then beheads a guy in Mexico. We'll talk about that. Dick Vitale, is he coming back? I'll get to that. And on taking out the trash, something Biden did before he exited the building could change college athletics. I'll get to that. Yeah, he's messing with college football. Biden messing with college football on the way out. I'll tell you exactly what that is coming up next. Let's get to the tweet of the day being brought to you by WoodSwan. Woodswan.com, 575-430-2325. Call Sherry this morning, 575-430-2325, or go to the website, woodswan.com. They have a 30,000 square foot manufacturing plant, and they ship all over the United States. Looking for a wood slab dining room table or a conference table, they can do that for you. And not just wood that's native to New Mexico. Looking for end tables, looking for pedestals and that type of stuff. Look, they can use custom steel legs and then the base of the table made out of slab wood. Beautiful work. 575-430-2325. Here is the tweet of the day. I don't know if you caught Dave Chappelle over the weekend. Here's what Dave had to say about the California fires.
And then we watch the news or talk to my friends. They all have these conspiracy theories of what started these fires. Now, they say it's arsonists. I've heard this theory, and I'm sure there were some arsonists, but there were a lot of elements that came together to make this fire the catastrophe that it was. The winds were 100 miles an hour. L.A. was dry as a bone, and the levees, and there was just too many factors. If you were a rational thinking person, you have to at least consider the possibility that God hates these people. Sodomites. And that's not true because West Hollywood was unscathed. Because how can you burn what is already flaming?
Dave Chappelle on Saturday Night Live, and Dave Chappelle made Saturday Night Live. So
They
that's pretty
let him
cool.
say that flaming part on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Yeah.
They may not have known he was going to say it.
Well, true.
Yeah. Looks like day one executive orders. Here's Fox on Fox Sunday talking about exactly what could be coming down the pike.
A number of the executive orders, as we understand it, based on our conversations, not just with the president, but with a number of his team members, he's going to issue a whole bunch. His arm is going to be sore by the time he's finished signing his name time and time again. I don't think this is a hidden secret or anything, but there could very well be 100 of them. And I think that's appropriate because he's got to undo a lot of the damage that President Biden did when he came in. He shut down energy production.
Right.
He clearly started the inflationary trends that have really damaged our country's economy.
So 200, Tom's saying 300.
I haven't seen that.
I think they were spitballing that number this morning.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Yeah. Donald Trump talking about TikTok being back. The victory rally was going on. Here's what Donald Trump had to say about TikTok being back. And he gets credit for this, too.
Yeah.
He does.
Is back. You know, TikTok is back. You know, I did a little TikTok thing. We have a guy, TikTok Jack. He's a young kid, like 21 years old. And we hired this guy, and I went on TikTok. Can you believe what I'll do to win an election? We won the youth vote by 36 points. So I like TikTok. I like it.
So we'll see what Donald Trump does to get a buyer to the table and make the deal so TikTok stays. Blake, I know you've said it before that Biden was not running the country.
Right.
Speaker Johnson on Sunday talked about he tried to get an appointment. You know, as the speaker, you should be able to get an appointment with the president.
Right. You're third in line.
You know, but scary numbers have come out over the weekend about how many meetings did Biden have? How many cabinet meetings did Biden have in his tenure? 4 years in the White House. How many do you think he had?
I'm going to say 50.
No, I bet
it was like a handful, like 3 or 4.
I was looking for that. I was looking for that paper. Hold on a second.
Well, Jill had a couple we know of.
She had one that
well,
we know of for sure.
And the number was like 9 in 4 years.
Dude.
And in the entire year of 2024, Joe Biden did not have one cabinet meeting. Now, you remember when the Secretary of Defense didn't show up for work?
Right.
You remember that?
MIA.
And nobody knew because they never had cabinet meetings.
Yeah, I'm actually.
I'm
looking at your Facebook right now, Kevin.
Yeah,
I'm going to read it.
Yeah.
Joe Biden only held 9 cabinet meetings during his 4 years as president. This is a complete dereliction of duty.
Dereliction.
Mm-hmm.
Of duty.
2 hot wars going on and only 1 cabinet for the entirety of 2024, and Jill led that one. And then you went on to list the dates. I was like, where did I see that? And then I remembered you had posted that.
Yeah,
Don't most presidents have cabinet meetings like every week or every other week?
Every week.
Most
businesses have sales meetings or different type of meetings.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2023, you had 2 cabinet meetings, one in March and one in October. 2022, 2 cabinet meetings, one in April, one in October. In 2021, he had 1, 2, 3. Total of 9 cabinet meetings, and this dude was asleep at the wheel. In 2024, 1 cabinet meeting, and Joe Biden conducted the cabinet meeting. So
Someone-
Mike Johnson gets an appointment with Joe Biden. And so he tried to, and then he was ambushed when he went to the meeting. They finally gave in, and Schumer was there, Nancy Pelosi was there, Kamala Harris was there, Joaquin Jeffries was there. So he asked for a moment with the president, and he asked the president, listen, I'm going to let him tell the story. Asked the president about him signing an executive order killing exporting natural gas. Listen to this.
You know, and what do we do? But first, real quickly, Mr. President, can I ask you a question? I cannot answer this from my constituents in Louisiana. Sir, why did you pause LNG exports to Europe? Like, I don't understand, you know, liquefied natural gas is in great demand by our allies. Why would you do that? Because you understand, we just talked about Ukraine. You understand you're fueling Vladimir Putin's war machine because they got to get their gas from him, you know. And he looks at me stunned with this, and he said, I didn't do that. And I said, Mr. President, yes, you did. It was an executive order, like, 3 weeks ago. And he goes, no, I didn't do that. And he's arguing with me. I said, Mr. President, respectfully, could I go out here and ask your secretary to print it out? We'll read it together. You definitely did that. And he goes, oh, you talk about natural gas. Yes, sir. He said, no, you misunderstand. He said, what I did is I signed this thing we're gonna conduct a study on the effects of LNG. I said, no, you're not, sir. You paused it. I know. I have the export terminals in my state. I talked to those people this morning. This is doing massive damage to our economy, national security. It occurred to me, Barry, he was not lying to me. He genuinely did not know what he had signed. And I walked out of that meeting with fear and loathing because I thought, we're in serious trouble. Who is running the country? Like, I don't know who put the paper in front of him, but he didn't know.
Isn't that scary?
Gosh.
Big time scary.
That's scary,
Isn't
and it's
that-
also sad.
But we've been saying this.
It is.
Yeah.
Now, it also affected New Mexico.
Yes.
Because we have tried to get to the table to export a lot of liquefied natural gas. It's just sickening that a president was asleep at the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Greg Nybert was there 2 years ago in China trying to export our natural gas over there.
Yes.
That was just 2 years ago.
So Biden put a pause on it and didn't even know what he signed. Here's another liberal buffoon that she doesn't know what she's saying either. It's AOC.
We are on the eve of an authoritarian administration. This is what 21st century fascism is starting to look like. Republicans really model themselves after Orban's Hungary. And so you can look to see how Viktor Orban runs Hungary to get a taste of how they will try to govern and control media and companies in the United States. And this is kind of an entree to that.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't even think that AOC knew anything.
She doesn't know who he is.
So, Tom, who is Viktor Orban?
He's some guy, some leader, isn't he?
Yeah, I think maybe you like Hungary or maybe.
Well, and again, I think this is telegraphing because we can point to the last 4 years and say the Democrats exactly mirrored that.
Yeah.
I mean, who would call Facebook and X and go take that down? We don't like that. Take it down. All right, we're going to hear from Joe Biden coming up next. He says that one word to describe America. I'll get to that. Albuquerque man pleads guilty to the child abuse charges. The Albuquerque man pled guilty to child abuse charges from nearly 2 years ago, 2023. A Walmart security guard noticed bruises on a 6-year-old girl and called the police with concerns. Police talked to the girl and her siblings, and they were told that the father, Anthony Blake, had abused them. Blake was arrested on charges of trafficking a victim for sex later on. So the father is facing up to 12 years in prison, just 12 years in prison. That's it. And a man pleads guilty to killing a New Mexico State police officer, Justin Hare. Family of the officer say they're one step closer to justice after a fugitive shot their loved one, kidnapped him, and then killed him. The cartel gunman beheaded a rival Mexican official, claiming and the president said that crime is actually lower in Mexico. So a deadly shootout that led to a beheading of the Jalisco cartel, the New Generation cartel, and they continue to push that. And they beheaded a rival's head. Who beheads people nowadays?
Crazy. That's demonic.
Tom, would you call that barbaric?
See, no, it's awful, man.
Yeah. Yeah, barbaric, demonic.
Yeah. Dickie Vitale returning to the broadcast booth following a fall. So ESPN basketball analyst Dick Vitale could be headed back to the broadcast booth. When did you just hang it up?
Yeah, he's in his 80s already, isn't he?
He should hang
He's
it up
85
now,
years
baby.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you would think that Dick Vitale has made a lot of money over the time, and he's good at what he does.
Written books and stuff.
But it's also, what's the guy that's on Game Day, the old guy?
Corso.
I mean, it's time for both of them to go.
Yeah, he did look old. Old Corso did this year. Lee Corso.
Not even old. I just don't know if he knows where he is at.
But did you notice that during that whole season, this past season, in some of the segments he was left out. He walked away from the table.
He couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Physically or mentally, he couldn't do it. Yeah. Democratic Senator wants Kristi Noem to put aside the concerns about the Biden administration's role for losing 300,000 kids. Richard Blumenthal, of course, who made up that he was a veteran, told the Department of Homeland Security Secretary nominee, Kristi Noem, to put aside your concerns about the 300,000 kids that are missing. Just put them aside. And new reports coming out that Pete Hegseth will be confirmed. We need to get these people confirmed fairly quick. Fairly quick. And the anti-fentanyl campaigns in New Mexico, they say are actually working. The numbers are down. So they're saying that the ads that are on social media and on TV are actually starting to work.
Wow.
I'll say it again. I don't know if the ads are working, but the Narcan is working and more available.
Yeah, and I think that people are more aware of what fentanyl can do to you.
Correct.
Sure.
So I think there's fewer people that are willing to take that risk.
Yes.
Exactly. All right, Joe Biden. This is like Tom. Tom, tell me in one word what makes America great.
It's people.
It's people.
That's 2 words.
That's 2 words. But you did better than Biden. I'll give it to you. You did better than Biden. Here's what he had to say.
I've always believed America can be defined in one word. I remember being on the Tibetan Plateau with Xi Jinping.
Oh, here we go.
I met with him for over 90 hours alone. Traveled 17,000 miles with him. Very significant difference.
I think that's 9 words. And for you to actually say what makes America great, you have to go to China, and that's weird.
Well,
that's really
that's who his
weird.
friends are.
I guess. All right, we're going to hear from Donald Trump at the victory rally. We'll get to that in just a second. Text line is open. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Dr. Rath at Fusion Medical Spa in Ruidoso. A lot of people thinking about losing weight and starting to exercise, going to the gym, maybe thinking about getting on some different medications to help them lose weight. Dr. Rath can help you with that process. And right now, they're offering a 3-month weight loss membership program that can help you lose weight and feel better. If you heard about Ozempic and all the other weight loss injections, Dr. Rath has a similar product that gives you the same results, and it costs a whole lot less. Dr. Rath has been in practice in Ruidoso for many, many, many years. He's got the experience, and he loves the people, and people come from all around to visit him. If you really want to lose weight and you want to feel better for the new year, call Dr. Rath at Fusion Medical Spa for a free consultation. 575-297-4SPA. That's 575-257-4772. Fusion Medical Spa. You can find them in Ruidoso at the River Crossing. If you need more information, he is all over the place. Just give him a call. 575-4772 for more information. Tom on the text, it's already 6:55. We're KWMW Malchamore, 105.1 FM, and KWES 93.5 Ruidoso.
Lance in the patch is saying, I was never a fan of TikTok until I discovered that it was the only way to get information about what was happening in Maui, Hawaii. Since then, I found out that it is only one of the very few platforms that gets information out about current events in other places like North Carolina. He's saying this morning.
Wow. And another texter earlier says, food for thought. I think Hamas wanted cease before Trump takes office, afraid he will bomb the shit out of them and make parking lots out of country. I
Did
get
you
what you're
just
saying.
drop
I think I got it.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
You can't drop the S word.
I'm so
crazy.
sorry.
But you're right. That deal was on the table in June of last year, but they just
gonna
didn't
put us
negotiate it.
Shite.
Don't emphasize.
If Biden was unfit to stand trial, then he is unfit to issue pardons.
Amen.
And
You would
Biden,
think.
you are fired, says another.
And Nose Breathing Hater says, I wonder if the J6 and the Fauci pardons are preventing the Supreme Court to overturn them, says the texter.
If the Supreme Court would rule that a preempted pardon was illegal, you would see hundreds of Democrats resigning office immediately.
And this texter said Nixon had not yet been charged with a crime when Ford pardoned him. Remember that, says the texter.
Oh, that's true. I was against that too.
Yeah.
Is it legal for someone with dementia to sign legal documentation? No, this is
No.
complete crap.
And this texter says, you missed it, Blake. I've heard of it, says Toby from Hagerwood.
Missed what?
I mean,
Your button.
think when you're writing your will.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
What did they say, Tom? When you're writing your will?
Me and good
sound
mind.
You're right. And a pardon before conviction is them admitting they did wrong. Well, yeah.
True.
I had a bad dream about my will last night. I was dreaming I was making
What
my
will? What do you have to give?
Well, I do have a bus.
I'm just asking. What do you have to give?
I got a bus. I got my vehicle. What else I got? Little money.
A little money, honey.
I'd give my vehicle to my daughter. She needs a new one. It seats 8, so she's got 4 kids, so it would be good. Yeah, but is that what do you call that when you dream about something and happening? What's that called?
Deja vu?
No, it's another word.
A premonition.
There you go, premonition.
You're saying maybe you're gonna die? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know, but
maybe you're not gonna wake up one morning. Is that what you're saying?
It sure felt real to me yesterday night.
So the bigger question in this is, do you have a will?
And that's the other thing. No, I don't.
Then
So
you need to
just
go
write
get
it on
one.
Just write it on a napkin.
That ain't legal.
Well,
No,
it does, but you have to have a witness.
Yeah. My cats.
That they're not witnesses, Tom. You have to have human witnesses.
Oh.
Who can sign their
Did
name
you just
that
say
they would.
he had 2 cats
That's what he
that
said.
witnessed everything?
That's what he said.
Holy crap!
I don't
Are
know.
you kidding?
I don't know what happened to my kitty cat.
They're gonna eat you. That's
Oh.
what's gonna happen.
What do you mean you don't know what happened to your cats?
I don't know what will happen to them if I perish.
They will eat you.
Well, trust me
Yeah,
that
they definitely will eat you.
If
But
you don't,
I mean, the good news is, as big as you are, they could probably feed off of you for, I don't know, a year or two.
Well, it depends
At
on how long
least
it would.
a year, Tom.
Depends on how
At
long
least.
it would take somebody to find him.
Yes. God bless you. So, all right, quick check on the weather this morning being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror, Atlas Makeup Mirror and Grooming Tool, ×1, ×5, ×10 magnification, LED lights, weighs less than 4 pounds. You can take it anywhere you go. Go check them out at atlasmakermirror.com or call Rebecca Long, 575-631-3189, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Martin Luther King Day. Oh, it's going to be cold today, 33 and sunny. Tonight for southeast New Mexico, down to 12, and then sunny skies and 33 tomorrow. For Ruidoso and Lincoln County, temperatures tonight are brutal. 29 today for Martin Luther King Day. Sunny skies, 2 tonight, maybe a couple flurries early on tonight. And then tomorrow, temperatures maybe getting just above freezing at 33 with sunny skies. 5-day forecast, go to W105radio.com. On the way, we're going to talk about Joe Biden's last-minute constitutional change. Blake, did you read that?
I didn't read the constitutional change.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
He's doing so much stuff last minute, it's almost hard to keep up with.
yeah.
So this is a constitutional change where he's legal experts are saying it's not. It deals with equal rights amendments and DEI.
But he can't do that as an executive. That has to be
He
changed
is
via the
saying
legislative body.
That the Constitution, the new edition, would be ratified part of the existing 28th Amendment.
No, that has to go through the
every
legislature.
change, if you're going to change the Constitution,
It's got to go through the
that's
legislature.
not the way. Yeah, it's got to go through the legislative branch. Good try, Joe. Taking out the trash. We will talk about college football. He's trying to kill college football. I'll talk about that. And when it comes, are you optimistic about the change today with Donald Trump? Gen Zers are very optimistic. 67% say they are optimistic. 67% of Gen Zers say, look, they're tired of paying high prices for everything. And is that going to change like now? Probably not. It's going to take a little while to get the footing, and then it will change. And a bill to hike the top oil and gas royalty rates in the future for oil leases in New Mexico. Some big changes coming. We'll talk about that in just a bit. 7:02, Tom and the tax. Oh, we didn't do the price of oil this morning. Being brought to you by Spinnaker Cementing Solutions, a division of CUD Energy Services. Spinnaker is built to service the largest drilling programs. They have 200 experienced cementing professionals specializing, of course, in taking care of all of your needs. SpinnakerOil.com for more information, or 324 North Magnum Industrial Road in Hobbs. They have 25 crews in New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma ready to go to work for you. Tom?
West Texas Intermediate, $78.16, $80.84 for Brent crude, and the price of natural gas is $3.81. Me?
Thank you, Tom. I went live on TikTok for just a couple seconds, and I had 40 viewers.
Yeah, wow.
Look at you go.
And I have no people that like me on Facebook. So that's 40 viewers that came from somewhere. Nobody likes me on TikTok, Tom. Nobody.
Oh well.
All right, we're going to talk about
I'm gonna have to go open another TikTok account here.
Yeah. We'll talk about the oil and gas royalty rates for the future, and the inauguration today has been moved inside. What that means, a lot of people that got tickets they're going to be left on the outside. They're not going to get in.
Right.
I saw one of my fans on Be on the Breakfast Club was standing in line since 2:00 this morning. They don't believe they're going to get in.
Maybe they show the
So a
video
lot of
outside.
people will not get in. Elon Musk, his son X, what a cute kid, will play the victory rally yesterday, the mega victory rally yesterday. We'll play some cuts from that. Donald Trump talking about immigration and all kind of other stuff. We're going to get to that in just a second. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Rig Outfitters in the home store. Find them in the Broadmoor Mall. Extensive collection of FR jeans and coveralls and gloves. And if you're working in the patch and you need FR, they've got it. Need steel toe boots, not a problem. Safety gear. And if you're planning for the big game tonight, but your TV is just not big enough to watch the national championship game, get in there. Look, they offer zero-down financing. They've got furniture, appliances, and electronics. RigOutfitters.com. Or you can just stop by and see them in the Broadmoor Mall right next to Scrub Outfitters. Scrub Outfitters has the largest selection of medical scrubs in 100 miles. Big selection from Dickies, Healing Hands, Mecatur, compression socks. They've got comfortable shoes. Like them on Facebook. Follow them on Facebook. It's Scrub Outfitters right next to Rig Outfitters in the Broadmoor Mall. Anything else before we take a break?
All right. On this text was kind of being funny. He says, dip their little paws in ink. That's Monahan's and push-ups. And Tom's cats can witness it, says the texter.
Smokey in Arizona said, Monica, I know I told y'all to have a good week this morning, but I know we are all going to have a great 4 years starting at noon today.
And the only thing Tom is going to leave is the bill for the funeral.
Why did you say only like that? The only thing. It wasn't necessary.
Well,
it sounded like you were pushing out a fart.
Oh. At least I didn't cuss on the air.
Only thing. The only thing Tom is going to leave anybody is the bill for the funeral, said a texter.
I already said that one.
Are you compacted again?
Would Tom?
Not today.
Would Tom sell the Willie bus? Says Drew from Fort Stockton.
You know, when he dies, I probably will.
When who dies?
Willie.
I'd sell. Oh, why? Because it's going to be worth more?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Desert
Does
Flower.
it even start?
Well, just
and then where are you going to live?
Just charge the batteries.
Somewhere with somebody from the Lions group.
Yeah.
What's her name?
I don't know. Good morning,
Which
guys.
widow are you going after?
Good morning, guys and Monica. Today is a glorious day. What time is the inauguration so I can watch it on TV?
10 o'clock
10
our
o'clock
time.
our time.
Eastern.
Are just getting to the church. What time is it? 9 o'clock? Another
hour.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Inauguration, another couple hours?
Yeah.
Yep.
Our time, yeah.
Yeah, they stepped in about 15 minutes ago to the church. And so they'll have that, and then they'll come out of it, and they will go into the inauguration area, the staging area, the green room, whatever.
And that is a private ceremony, correct? Nobody else
at
is
the church
out in there?
At the church?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, is Jill and Joe going to greet them in front of the White House to welcome them in?
Why would they do that?
That's traditionally what they do.
I would say get your stuff packed and get the hell out of here.
There's been a lot of times where they just pass each other in the limos.
Yeah. I mean, look at Kamala Harris. She wouldn't even meet with Vance's family.
Right.
Vance's family,
Yeah.
Vance's wife reached out to her and said, look, I've got kids. I need to child-proof the home. If you could just get me a walkthrough.
Right.
And Kamala's people, she would not return a call.
So they're supposed to have coffee together, the Bidens and the
Yeah,
Trumps.
well, she didn't want to do it. So Kamala is a little busy and bitter. Bitter and busy. And I don't know if it's what order. It's either busy and bitter or bitter and busy.
And it makes you wonder how much vandalism went on. Because if you remember when George W. took office, all the former staff from Clinton and Gore, they took all the W's out of every keyboard. So all of those had to be replaced. And they did other things like that, remember?
Well, and there was also stuff that they took that they weren't supposed to take.
Theft. They were thieves.
Yeah. So that happened. All right, national anthem and the pledge coming up. We're going to get you updated with everything going on. We'll hear from the Trump victory rally yesterday. Inauguration is about 2 hours away. A historic day today. Tom, Trump would be 45 and 47, correct?
Yep.
And Tom wanted us all to dress up for the inauguration. And if you're watching on camera, I did my part.
And Tom, he was the one that had the idea. He said he was going to do it, and then he didn't.
And then he didn't do it. I got the Trump shirt on. I'm ready to go. And then he comes in and got an umpire shirt on.
Blake ain't got nothing on.
In his defense,
right. Blake didn't come up with the idea. You did.
In his defense, he does have a ball cap on that says USA.
That's the umpire ball cap.
Right. But I mean, we're gonna give him credit for having the U and the S and the A.
There you go.
No.
What does the shirt say? Hobbs U-SSS? A star. We'll give you credit for the star.
No.
I got my W105
You got to start
okay.
giving him credit
American
for that stuff.
flag.
You got to stop giving him credit where it's not deserved.
Thank you.
Well, the W105. Take the sweater off.
Cold.
No.
And just leave the W105 shirt. At least the American flag will be.
But if I take it off,
Nobody will want you. Just take it off.
it'll show
Your boobs?
yes.
Well, those are American, so show them.
Why are they perky today? Are they perky?
Can we take a break?
Are they
perky?
Are they perky American boobs?
Can we take a break?
Is that what you're saying? Blake's
Call
like,
it
please
anyway.
don't make him do it in the studio. Don't make it.
No.
All right, let's
please.
take a break. We're going to keep you updated with everything going on. 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
News this morning being brought to you by our buddies at WWRV. You can find them online at WWRV3.com. They have 3 RV parks in Carlsbad ready to go. 162 RV hookups. If you're working in Carlsbad, need a quiet place, an affordable place to park your RV, they've got you covered. They're pet friendly. They offer 30 and 50 amps available. All utilities included for one low price, and that includes premier wired internet right to your hookup. So, on days off you like to watch movies or game, not a problem. Their internet is primo. Give them a call, 988-0392, or go to WWRV3.com. We're coming right back, 7:12. We're beyond the Breakfast Club.
MTD Radio News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Get the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. The New Mexico Department of Transportation will begin a $24.8 million structure and roadway reconstruction project along US 380 between Roswell and Tatum on February 1st. The 7.352-mile project will include improvements to pavement conditions, mill and inlay, roadway signage, striping, and adding passing lanes along 2 segments of US 380. Passing lanes will be added from milepost 162 to 164 and from 184 to 191. This project is expected to last about 240 working days, with an estimated completion date in January of 2026. A Carlsbad man facing 2 felony charges after police said he brandished a gun during a November fight at Milton's Brewing was bound over to district court in Eddy County. The motion to bind over Daniel Sanchez, 38, was signed by Magistrate Judge Megan Fish on Tuesday. Sanchez waived a preliminary hearing and was released on $25,000 bond. No future court dates were scheduled as of last week. Sanchez was arrested on November 8th after he allegedly retrieved a gun from his truck and fired it into the air during a conflict at Milton's. Sanchez, who told police he worked at Milton's, fired the gun once into the air and pointed it at a group of men outside the brewery. He was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and negligent use of a deadly weapon. And a revised Roswell ordinance governing the keeping of animals is in place and features new regulations intended to promote the proper care of pets and responsible pet ownership. The changes to the ordinance include a prohibition on tethering of dogs with certain exceptions, additional diseases against which dogs and cats must be vaccinated, and increased fine amounts for violations of the ordinance, as well as a 5-year ban on pet ownership for anyone convicted of animal abandonment. And and that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Cal Shade Western in Carlsbad is now hiring for all positions. We're looking for hard-working, dependable folks to join our team as bartenders, waitresses, front desk attendants, bowling alley mechanics, pin chasers, security, cleaners, and stock handlers. Whether you're pouring drinks or keeping the pins rolling, or you just want to help our guests have a great time, there's a place for you in Cal Shade Western. Apply today in person at 1611 South Canal Street in Carlsbad. 1611 South Canal Street in Carlsbad. Honest, dependable people only. This is your chance to shine. Cal Shade Western, where work feels like home. Don't wait. Apply today.
In need of a tow? Those don't have to be dirty words. At Lee County Roadside, they have been offering friendly and knowledgeable service for 20 years. From light to heavy duty, there's nothing they can't tow. And with 24-hour availability, there's no time they can't tow it. Don't make a bad day worse by choosing the wrong tow company. Lee County Roadside, the good guys to call in a bad situation. For 24-hour service, call 575-392-3223 or locate them at 7401 North Del Paso, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Like Lee County Roadside on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.
For a working man, protection on the job is always first priority. But when it comes to clothes, safety shouldn't compromise style and comfort. And thanks to Wrangler flame-resistant apparel, it doesn't have to. Now the same Wrangler style and comfort you love comes with the protection you need. And with a product guarantee for the life of the garment, they'll take the heat off of any job you take on. Stop by Benny's Western Store in Artesia or Carlsbad to try on some Wrangler flame-resistant apparel today. For the right work clothes, think inside the closet.
Time to start something new at Tate Branch Auto Group, the original home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Got a Ford? Save big with 2000 Ford Conquest cash on select models. No trade necessary. Just show your registration and drive away with more cash in your pocket. Truck lovers, they've got you covered. 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn up to $11,000 off. 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie up to $9,250 off. 2024 Ram Heavy Duty Tradesman up to $8,000 off. Adventure awaits with Jeep. 2024 Jeep Gladiator Sports 15% under, with all other Jeep Gladiators 20% under MSRP, or choose 0% for 36 months. 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo up to $9,000 off, or 0% for 36 months. 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee up to $5,000 off. Don't wait, these deals won't last. Visit Tate Branch Auto Group today and make the most of the Start Something New sales event.
W105, be in the Breakfast Club. Tom A. has lost his mind, so you don't have to.
You seem particularly triggered right now.
Call now. 877-396-W105.
He's a friend of mine. Friend with a big mouth.
Let's go, G!
Sure, TikTok may or may not be going away. Either way, you're ticked off. See what I did there? But don't worry, we've created a new time waster just for you. Clip Clop, the new app with all your favorite horse videos.
Oh, yeah.
Not those kind of videos, you sicko. Download Clip Clop today and view hundreds of America's funniest equine moments.
Hey there, partner. Did you see the way those horses just fell over each other? What a hoot!
If there's anything Americans know how to do, it's waste time. So why not waste it with horses on the all-new Clip Clop app? Take that, TikTok.
Something tells me that is not going to go over really well. TikTok is back, so most people think that's a good thing. By the way, anybody that thinks TikTok should go away, I'd love to hear from you. 877-396-W105. National anthem and the pledge still to come. Lots of stars coming to Los Angeles for a week from this Thursday. Benefit concert, Fire Aid. I'm looking at this, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Green Day, Gwen Stefani, Jelly Roll, Joni Mitchell. Joni Mitchell's still alive. Right. Rod Stewart, right. Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, the list goes. Stevie Nicks, Dave Matthews, John Mayer. The list goes on and on. It's like, wow. So all these people coming to Los Angeles. Looks like the brownstone in Manhattan, Carrie Bradshaw lived in for Sex and the City. is getting a metal gate. Too many people trying to get through the door. So they're putting up a metal gate.
Tourists just ruin everything.
They do. And the Supreme Court upheld the law on Friday. Joe Biden had a chance to do what he had to do for TikTok, but he chose not to, leaving it in the hands of Donald Trump. Donald Trump said they would make it work, and TikTok came back on the air, of course, yesterday. All right, a bill to hike the oil and gas royalty rates on future leases has been introduced. 60-day session, and George Munoz, a Democrat from Gallup, pre-filed the bill that would increase the royalty rates from 20 to 25% of the market value of oil and gas leases on some of the most lucrative tracts that the state manages. The law would apply to leases and that were issued after July 1st. Is this really fair? They issued the lease at 20%. Mm-hmm. Now we're going to say you signed the contract, but we're going to ding you for another 25%.
No, it's not fair.
And the state is already, of course, our public lands commissioner, Garcia Richards, Stephanie Garcia Richards, is endorsed this legislation, and she's also kind of taken away some of the best land for the best leases and put those on hold.
Well, of course.
But so, by the way, our rate is actually higher than Texas gets paid.
Mm-hmm. It's another backdoor way that they are trying to stifle the oil and gas industry.
Yeah, punish the oil and gas industry. So, New Mexico, how much do we need to fix our highways?
Well, I would think that the oil and gas, what they've already paid into it this last year with the surplus we have, could do it.
That should do it. So the bipartisan infrastructure bill is stated to give New Mexico nearly $3 billion in roads and bridges over the next 5-year span. And however, the latest report coming out in New Mexico says we need $5 billion to fix all our roads. Now, I don't get this because the feds are going to give us $3 billion. We need an additional $2 billion. And you would think the state, we have a surplus of money. The state would go, okay, well, let's get all our roads and bridges up to standard. The problem is you go up to the northern part of the state, and correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody correct me if I'm wrong. You can go up to the northern part of the state, and the roads are pretty good. Maybe I just travel on the interstates. I don't know.
Well, but those aren't New Mexico roads. The other roads that are pretty good.
Yeah. But even on backwoods highways like going, the Santa Fe, the back way, those roads are good.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm wondering if it's just southeast New Mexico or our roads are crappy.
Of course it is. Because they take the money and they don't send it back.
That's right.
Yeah. So $5 billion to fix all the roads in New Mexico, according to this study. And Joe Biden cuts the failing EV company a fat check on his way out. This is another thing he did. So the Biden administration cut a multi-billion-dollar check for the struggling electric vehicle company called Rivian on Thursday, just days before Donald Trump takes office. It's like these folks have suffered a $4 billion loss in 3 quarters. And Biden wrote them a check for $6.57 billion. Why is it the responsibility of the U.S. taxpayers to pay for a private industry?
That's a really good question.
Why should we pay?
That's a really good
question. Why should we pay? It's the same thing with solar panels. And you remember the Solyndra?
Yeah.
That boondoggle? Why should we have to pay? If it's a good industry, people will come. No need to have to pay. And the Senate set the vote on the amended version of the Laken Riley Act. Of course, that passed in the House. And after days of debating, the U.S. Senate is scheduled to vote on that sometimes this week. Could happen as soon as tomorrow. And a lot of Democrats say they will not vote for it. Thank God Republicans have the majority.
Right.
And Mike DeWine, of course, is the governor of Ohio. And on Friday, tapped Lieutenant Governor John Hust to replace J.D. Vance in the Senate. Bigger story. Do you know who might be running for governor of Ohio? Did you see this story? Ramaswamy says that he could be running for governor. Expect him to announce within the next 6 months.
Wow. That is a big story.
Yep. And Ted Cruz leading effort to repeal the DOD's COVID vaccine mandate, the protection for religious freedom. So Joe Biden, of course, mandated that everybody be vaccinated. Department of Defense, we lost a lot of great pilots and a lot of great men and women that were serving this country, all because they didn't want to take that vaccine.
Yep.
So Cruz is leading the effort to repeal the DOD COVID vaccine mandate. Is that still in effect today?
I have no idea.
I didn't think it was, but
yes, they're still mandating. So hopefully they get that reversed. All right, we're going to talk about a murder suspect in Albuquerque. We'll get to that. And another story about Joe Biden trying to ruin college football. I'll take out the trash in just a second. We'll get to the victory rally. But first, Tom on the text, our number 877-396-W105. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction, trusted name across Southeast New Mexico. Exceptional construction and siding services, residential services. They specialize in construction of commercial and industrial type metal buildings. They can take care of your siding, your windows, your doors, seamless gutters, roofs, and so much more. Give them a call, 575-391-1430, or go to the website, SeminoleSidingAndConstruction.com. Tom?
Bosque County is chiming in. He said the reason that Southeast New Mexico has bad roads is because people use them to go to work on, says the Texan.
Amen.
Amen to that.
And they don't like that.
Might be part of it.
They don't like that up north, so they want to punish.
Yes. And the lizard people will not get new roads, says this one text. Okay.
Well, I think you meant the lizard people won't give us
the lizard
new
people.
roads.
And if China doesn't sell TikTok, it should be banned, says this one texter on the question of the day.
But let me ask you this much. Should we also ban China from buying property?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what about other businesses?
I think Meta should have to be divested. They're an international company.
They are. I mean, look, where are iPhones built?
China.
China. So what? China. Yes, China.
It's in Spanish, by the way.
That's not. I'm a white guy, and I know that's not Spanish.
It is.
Chino would be Spanish. I don't know about China.
But it's not for China.
No.
My God.
And Smokey in Arizona says, can we just say clean up on aisle 46, please?
Hallelujah.
In a few hours, it will be done, buddy.
And Monica, you totally destroyed my breakfast burrito when you had to mention Tom pushing out some toots. Monica, you're just too damn cool, says another texter.
And I hate you equally, says, can't wait for Kamala to fade back into obscurity, says the text.
B from Roswell says Tom's new nickname is Tootin' Tom.
Tootin' Tom.
Oh, it's been that's been his name for those that work with him. That's been his nickname for many.
It's just funny because, like, sometimes he, like, enunciates the wrong words. Like, why? Like, the only thing.
Because he's got that.
Because I'm Tom
I think sometimes he's listening to the radio, and then there's like a puker on, and then he picks up the puking.
You remind me of somebody that I used. Yeah, you remind me of somebody like that used to say, "The best." Me.
I ain't that bad. I'll tell you that much.
Monica, any American who loves freedom should be against the TikTok ban. Says
I don't get that. I love America, and I'm not against the TikTok ban. I would rather ban China from owning property right next to our military bases. It just seems more common sense.
Well, yeah, but see, you're not against. Are you against the ban, or are you for the ban?
John from Seminole says, sometimes listening to you guys reminds me of biology class when we was dissecting stuff. That's funny. And Travis from Roswell said, people need to remember that the law they made to ban TikTok, if the Democrats get power, they could use that same law by just telling some simple lie about X or True Social. And guess what? They can ban that as well. You have to take the good with the bad, said Travis from Roswell.
Yeah, I'm against the ban.
I was watching the Trump heading to the Blair House.
Mm-hmm.
And
right now.
So the black cars pull up and the tailgate opens and a Secret Service guy pops out of the back of the tailgate of the Suburban. I was like, that's weird. I've never seen that.
They went through that tent.
Yeah. And then they put him in the tent.
And here comes the big line.
I just keep playing that song in my head. Daddy's
But again, I'm just not against the ban.
No.
You know, I mean, I don't. There should not be a ban on it, but
So,
we should
you know who
ban
bans-
foreign entities from owning property in this country,
Most
and we
definitely.
should
But you know
ban them
who
from owning our
bans-
farms.
Yeah. You know who bans information? China bans information. In their country, they ban information. We don't ban information.
No.
And if you're worried about somebody hacking into your bank account, then don't get on TikTok. Don't get on Facebook.
Right.
Well,
Don't
and,
use
and if
Google.
you're worried about them influencing our youth, which is
Oh.
what they're saying, they're already being influenced by all the other social media platforms. You know, here the Meta fact checkers, quote unquote.
Well, half the videos that are on TikTok, when I share a video on Facebook, I share the same video on TikTok.
Yep. And that's
vice versa.
That's the way most people use social media.
Of course it is. Definitely. All right, we'll get to the victory rally coming up next. Also, taking out the trash on the way. Morning show this morning. Being brought to you by Twin Wells Fuel Station. Reminding you, if you're driving on 128 between Jowl and Carlsbad and need fuel, exit on Buck Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles. When you approach, you will see them. They're open to the public. Large facility that is covered and nice. And they sell unleaded, green diesel, DEF value, and so much more. Of course, a red diesel also. They accept all major credit cards, debit cards, and fleet cards. Be safe on the road from the Twin Wells Fuel Station. Second suspect in a Northwest Albuquerque murder arrested in El Paso. So that second subject arrested, and they arrested Javier Arguinan. And they arrested Francisco Franco. They are accused of shooting an individual on Manal. The 50-year-old man arrested, and the surveillance video shows him driving off with Franco, fleeing the scene after shooting an individual. And they did arrest him in El Paso. Egg prices could soon be on the rise again. How much are eggs now?
Well, I went to the market the other night, and it was $8.56 for a dozen.
So they're
eggs.
saying that you can expect a 20% increase over the year.
That was here at Walmart in Hobbs. They were $7, almost $7 for an 18
Wow,
pack.
that's
So I'm glad you asked that question because I went to HEB over the weekend, and their free-range eggs were $6.99.
Wow.
And regular dozen eggs was $4.99 at HEB.
Yeah, and
but
then
I want you to think about how much we paid before.
Right, like $1 something.
$1.90.
Yeah.
way less. Yeah.
Wow. Looks like a lot of woke members are going to be heading to D.C. today. Protests, they say, are going to be in full effect. And a lot of people fighting for Hamas. Stand with the Palestinian people. We fight back. And all those groups will be, hey, you got your peace deal. I mean, what more would you want?
They want Israel.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, want Israel? You're not getting Israel. Sorry. And by the way, I'm wondering how many of these people are in the country as guests.
Good question.
So
ship them out, baby.
If you
did
are
you just say that?
Ship them out, yeah.
Yeah.
You're such a flip-flopper.
Ship them out for one thing, but not. If you're a green card holder in this country and causing issues, should you lose your green card?
Yeah.
You're not a citizen. Do you have a right to be involved in the political stuff, like protesting?
No.
Tom says no.
Well, he's finally correct, but he's such a flip-flopper on this issue. I never know what he's going to say.
That's why I was quite surprised. Very surprised. All right, we're going to talk about a Florida sheriff that's encouraging illegal aliens to self-deport. We'll get to that. And yesterday, Elon Musk, his son, how old is this kid? Like 3 years old?
Yeah.
Which one?
Which one?
I know,
His
which
name is
one?
X. The kid that's always with him, X, the young one. I think he's like
that's right.
3. And he takes the stage with Elon and President Trump yesterday. Listen to what they had to say at the victory
Just following
rally.
me on the stage here. He's a very enthusiastic supporter, as you can see. Woo! Yeah. So we're looking forward to making a lot of changes, and you know this victory is the start, really. What matters going forward is to actually make significant changes, cement those changes, and set the foundation for America to be strong for a century, for centuries, forever.
By the way, this ticks off the liberals a whole bunch. You know why? Because it plays into the idea that Elon Musk is running the country.
Right.
So that ticks him off. But here's the guy that's actually running the country and telling foreign gang members that I'm coming after you. It's Donald Trump. He's the president.
Every single foreign gang and illegal alien member, all of this criminal network operating on American soil will be dismantled, deported, and destroyed. Gonna get them out. Think of it. They sent their gang members to us. Busload after busload. We had an open border. They're gang members. They're drug dealers. They're drug addicts.
So Trump says we're going to send them all back, and it begins day one. Trump also talked about the country belongs to us, the U.S. citizens. It's our country.
For the past 9 years, you and I fought side by side against the most sinister and corrupt forces on earth. And in our magnificent victory on November 5th, you showed them once and for all that this nation does not belong to them. This nation belongs to you.
God bless. I think sometimes politicians forget that the nation does belong to us.
Right. I think we forget that the nation belongs to us. I mean, us four we know, but like others.
And sometimes we need to remind politicians that they work for us.
Yeah.
We don't work for them. They work for us. And the more we can remind a politician they work for us, I think the better off we will be. We got a lot of things going on for the next 2 days. You got the inauguration that will take place in about an hour and a half. And then you've got the inauguration. You got the national championship tonight. And tomorrow in New Mexico, they kick off another 60-day session where they're trying to pass a bunch of bills. Some of them that I think could be good for New Mexico. Very few good for New Mexico.
Right.
Very few. And a lot of bad stuff can happen in the next 60 days.
Oh, and they've got a lot of that planned too.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, let's take out the trash coming up next. Tom on the text, our number 877-396-W105, 20 away from 8.
All right, this texter says, Kevin, I said, you kind of hit it on the nail, on the head, says the texter. What were you talking about earlier?
Yeah, on the nail, on the head.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
Close.
I'm here on the 20th.
Nobody knows.
I don't even know what text you
He
just
doesn't
read.
know where he is either.
All right.
And Desert Flower says some content creators from other countries were talking, this texter was saying, about some smack while we were banned, laugh out loud, like it's any more peaceful on the app, and that we were too.
Okay. Desert Flower says, some content creators from other countries were talking some smack while we were banned, LOL. Like it's a lot more peaceful on the app, and that we're too sensitive. Like us Americans, we're too sensitive. The Constitutionalist said, like you said, B, if Americans are for banning TikTok, then they should be against anything to do with China. Please don't be a hypocrite and stop buying and consuming all of the Chinese products. They should be against all foreign countries buying up our land.
Amen.
So all freedom-hating Americans, please be consistent in your beliefs.
Amen.
Let me just say this much. Do you know where most of our computer chips and our cars,
Taiwan,
and our computers, they come from China and Taiwan?
Yeah.
So I don't remember the percentage, but China, that's why China wants Taiwan. They want to own 100% of the chips.
Correct.
And couldn't they put a virus in the computer chip? Of course they could.
Oh, so I'll give you an example of something that they already do. You know those digital picture frames you can buy?
Sure.
And you plug them into your computer and you download whatever photos you want to that they go through them. They have been proven that 100% of those come with a virus. 100%.
So let's just think about this. China makes chips. You know what operates on chips and computers? Everything from our military planes to our tanks to our drones.
Everything.
Pretty much everything. You know what? I'm about worrying about stuff like that more so than worrying about TikTok.
Right.
Yeah.
So why don't, my question, and maybe it's a dumb question, but why don't we make our own software here in the States?
We're not talking about software. Software is different.
That's
computers
different.
And chips, why come we don't make it here?
Chips and computers are hardware.
Well, let's make it here. Why we got to get it from China?
Well, Tom, that's a more complex
It ain't.
issue.
It is
because we don't make anything in the United States anymore.
Well, then you know what? If we get, we shouldn't talk about getting viruses if we're not willing to make it ourselves here.
Well, no, I'm down with that. The problem is,
my favorite thing here is how Tom thinks a complex issue should be simple, but very simple issues should be complex.
Yes. So I'm wondering, computer chips, who are the biggest?
Well, and to be fair, in Tom's defense, they did used to be made here. They used to be made.
You know why we stopped making them here? It's just like our generic drugs.
Yeah.
Well, let me just touch on this. If you're worried about TikTok, I'm more worried about our generic drugs in the United States. You know where they come from? China. See, they used to come from Puerto Rico, but for some reason, our lawmakers decided they didn't want to give Puerto Rico a tax break. And China said we can make the generic drugs much cheaper.
Right.
So the business went to China instead of Puerto Rico. I'm all about putting Americans to work. How easy would it be for China to just exploit our medication?
Oh, who says they're not doing it already?
Well, you're right. Remember our sheetrock, when they exploited our sheetrock?
Right.
And poisoned our sheetrock? Just thinking out loud. All right, 15 minutes away from 8. Let's get to Taking Out Trash. Taking Out Trash being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com. Kayleen standing by, 575-408-1719. Need a roll-off container? Not a problem. They've got you covered. They can get you one. And they also do trash pickup, residential trash pickup and commercial trash pickup. 96-gallon poly carts for residential and the 2-yard and 4-yard metal dumpsters available for commercial clients. Kayleen's number, 575-408-1719. Go to the website, trash-eaters.com. Check them out today. Joe Biden did it again. On Friday, signing an executive order that said when it comes to Title VIII, NIL money would be part of Title VIII. You know what Title VIII means? Is that Title VIII or Title IX?
Title IX.
Title IX, when it deals with female athletics.
Yes.
So what they believe is NIL that is not given directly to individual players. So if the money, the shared money, so like football is supposed to be sharing the money with the players starting next year. But Joe Biden says, no. It is illegal to do that because you're not sharing the money with the female athletics. So football, in some cases, was supposed to share a lot of money to where each kid that is playing football was going to get upwards to $30,000 from the collective. Well, Joe Biden says that would go against Title IX because Title IX says that the money, you have to spend specified money on female athletics. See, when people applaud this, they don't think about, okay, schools like my school, LSU, will go, well, female gymnastics doesn't make money. We'll just do away with female gymnastics.
Right.
Female swimming does not make money. We'll just do away with that also. And soon you have 2 sports at a major college. Women's basketball, maybe some track and field, maybe volleyball, and that's it.
Maybe.
By the way, very few schools, women athletics pay their own bills.
Right.
Wow.
Football pays the bills for every sport. Very few schools.
Or big-time basketball.
Very few schools, basketball pays the bills. Very few. Maybe they're 10 out of all the colleges. And in some case, baseball in some colleges won't pay their own bills. But football pays the bills for everybody. So to say that you have to share the money with women athletics when they do not make a penny, they do not even pay for their own sports, I think is a travesty. and I think will kill a lot of female athletic programs because the schools will just go, well, we're done with them. Joe Biden trying to kill football in the United States. If football generates the money, football should be able to spend the money. Taking out the trash. Being brought to you by Trash Eaters. I'm so tired of this guy, Joe Biden. When does he get out of there? 9 o'clock today is his last.
Hour
is
and
that
a half,
it?
Hour and a half from now.
And then he's done.
Yeah.
All right, things that happened on this date in history still to come. We'll get to that in just a second. Florida sheriff. You probably remember the sheriff. Polk County, Grady Judd. Remember, Grady Judd is the guy that says, if somebody breaks into your house, shoot them. He's the guy. Well, now he's encouraging illegal aliens to self-deport. He's telling them, come down, and we will make sure that we get in touch with ICE and we get you out of the country relatively quick. So Grady Judd saying self-deport today. Make it easier on yourself. Just go ahead and self-deport. He said that way we don't have to come looking for you. And Democrats, a bloated DEI budget. Bloated DEI. But how much money did Joe Biden spend on DEI?
A lot.
Millions.
A ridiculous amount of money. Billions of dollars on DEI. And where did that get us? We can't even hire enough firefighters in California.
I was going to say, well, in some places, not well.
Not good at all.
Right.
And Biden grants clemency to 2 Virginia cop killers right before leaving office.
Of course he does.
The amount of shade that just throws on the American people, it's just nasty. It's disgusting. Bro, you're out the door still pardoning criminals.
Yeah.
You're disgusting. Get your tail out.
They killed police officers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why are we granting them clemency? I'm going to tell you why. Some folks will say, well, that ain't right, B. Black Lives Matters members. That's why. That's why. And did you see another fire? Evacuations and road closures began as a fire engulfed the world's largest battery plant in California. That happened early Friday.
It did.
Tom, would you say that batteries have toxins?
Yeah, batteries, they got little poison in them.
They have what in them?
Little poison.
A little poison in the batteries?
Yeah, little poison.
So, this battery right here has got some poison in it?
Oh, yeah, eat it. Yeah, you'll die.
Well, I would never eat it, silly.
So, Blake, let's go to the voice of reason. Blake, fires, the batteries that are on fire. These are lithium batteries.
They burn for a long time.
Yes. By the way,
that plant catching on fire is a very bad thing.
So these fires are not connected with the Los Angeles fires in a different part of California. And one more story before we get to things that happened on this date in history. Los Angeles mayor's office has been pretty silent about a deputy who was in charge of the fire department. Yeah, was placed on leave. Karen Bass placed this gentleman on leave after the FBI started investigating him. So he wasn't there because he's been on leave, and then Karen Bass took off to Africa. But yeah, the FBI started investigating Deputy Mayor Brian Williams. They raided his home in Pasadena, California. It was raided by the FBI last month in connection with the investigation of a bomb threat made against City Hall in September. Los Angeles Police Department referred the case to the FBI, after it determined that Williams was likely the source that called in the bomb threat.
Wow.
This guy is the deputy mayor of Los Angeles. So due to their relationship with the, Mr. Williams' relationship with the Los Angeles Police Department, by the way, he oversaw them, they called in the FBI. FBI raided his house, and so he hasn't been on the job. So he would have been the number 2 person while Bass was gone. He wasn't at work. So you've got the city on fire. You've got the deputy mayor, number 2 in charge, that's calling in bomb threats. Sounds to me like the whole damn place is a dumpster fire.
Sure.
You've got insurance companies that are like, we are not going to write any more policies.
Right.
This is before the fire. What a hot mess. What a hot mess. Tom, have you ever called in a bomb threat?
No, I never thought about it, no.
You never thought about it? I mean, what kind of charges go along with bomb threats?
Terroristic.
Yeah. That could be a terroristic threat. And I did see this on Landman about oilfield equipment being stolen. Yeah, I saw that on Tom and Midland. Yeah.
Happens out here all the time.
Oh, now you say it happens all the time. I thought it's a wholesome place, Midland.
Flip flopper.
Stuff's not going on.
I need to get a little sound thing that has like the choir singing flip flopper.
Yes. Midland County Sheriff's Office reported $300,000 worth of stolen oilfield equipment, vehicles, and generators were stolen by 2 people. They got them. Yasme Bejarano, 36, and Humberto Vasquez, 41, have been charged with stealing more than $300,000 worth of equipment. Deputies found the stolen oilfield tools and equipment and all kind of other stuff. They found it all, and they found the victims. They have both been arrested. But, Tom, I thought that stuff never happened.
It happens. What happens out here all the time, too.
But you didn't say we were very wholesome, Tom. You said Midland was. I'm just checking with you.
Flip flopper.
I ain't flip flopping.
No, big time flip flopper. All right, KWMW Malchimore 105.1 FM and KWES 93.5 in Ruidoso. It's just before 8 o'clock. Things that happen on this date in history being brought to you by 2A Tactical Firearms Indoor Firing Range, 236 East Navajo and Hobbs. Veteran-owned and operated, they have the largest selection of firearms around, state-of-the-art indoor firing range. They offer a monthly membership, or you can pay by the hour. They have a huge selection of optics, guns, need training. They offer one-on-one training, or they can give you, of course, the group training for firearm safety. 2atacticalrange.com, reminding you today that if you've been thinking about getting the suppressor, they can do the paperwork for you, and while waiting to get approval from the feds, you can still shoot at the range. Check them out, 236 East Navajo and Hobbs, proud sponsor of things that happen on this date in history.
It was on this day in 1265, England's Parliament met for the very first time. And on this day in 1892, the very first game of basketball was played at a YMCA in Springfield, Massachusetts. The players used peach baskets, and they did not cut a hole in the bottom, so they had to stop the game every time somebody scored so they could get the ladder and get the ball back. On this date in 1929, Wayne Baxter won the very first Academy Award for Best Actor. It was for his role in Old Arizona. And in 1961, John F. Kennedy was inaugurated president and uttered those famous words, Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
I like that.
And in 1965, the Wisconsin Cheese Foundation started making the world's largest cheese. It was a block that weighed 34,591 pounds.
A lot of queso.
That's a lot of cheese.
There was a lot of people cutting the cheese that day. And on this day in 1971, John Lennon met Yoko Ono's parents in Japan. They said they would approve the relationship if John could get her to stop singing. And in 1985, the cold temperatures hitting the East Coast were so intense that President Reagan had to be sworn in inside. That was the first time it happened. Today with Donald Trump is going to be the second. And on this day in 1988, the Rockwell B-1 bomber was delivered to the U.S. Air Force. Tom still doesn't know what it's called. And in 2008, Breaking Bad premiered on AMC, starring Bryan Cranston as Walter White, who was a chemistry teacher with stage 3 lung cancer, who started making meth with his former student. It ran for 5 seasons and launched the Bob Odenkirk spinoff, Better Call Saul. And apparently the governor is really proud of the way they portray New Mexico.
Well,
Breaking Bad is that old?
Yep.
Well, now there's a new slogan for the litter: Breaking Bad Habits. You see that new?
Yes, about 6 months ago.
We've only talked about it like 7 times on the radio.
Well, I never noticed it.
Well, thanks for joining the show. We appreciate you listening.
Oh, today is National Cheese Lovers Day, National DJ Day, or disc jockey, National Butter Crunch Day, and it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day and Inauguration Day. So no mail today. 9 days to the year of the snake. 25 days till Valentine's Day. Aww. Evan Peters turns 38 today. Go ahead, Tom.
Never heard of him.
Of course you haven't. He was in the American Horror Story. He was also Quicksilver in X-Men Days of Future Past and Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix. Edwin McCain turns 55 today.
Never heard of him.
He had a hit years ago called I'll Be. Ironically, the guy named Al B had a hit with a song called Edwin McCain. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Melissa Rivers, the daughter of the late Joan Rivers, turns 57 today.
Wow.
Ever heard of her, Tom?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You've heard of her.
Just like her mom.
Does she look like her mama?
She does. Rainn Wilson turns 59 today. Tom?
Never heard of her.
Him.
She part of the, oh.
It's a him.
Him.
Rainn Wilson is, he's from The Office. Texters, you can text in and tell Tom who he is on The Office.
Was he the guy in The Virgin?
He is from Seattle as well, so that's why he's named Rainn.
Oh.
John Michael Montgomery turned 60 today. Tom?
Yep.
Country singer?
Yep. How many top 10 country songs did he have, Tom?
I'm going to say
I don't know, but I'm
30.
swearing.
Yeah, like 20. I
sorry. Swear.
Yeah, that's a good one. Bill Maher turned 69 today and is politically all over the map as he's ever been. He's about as PC as Apple is.
Yeah.
Paul Stanley turned 73 today. Tom?
He is Mr. Kiss.
He is the star child, and I will give you credit for getting the band. That is ding, ding, Tom. He's now on his 3rd hip. His real name is Stanley Eisen is his real name. Edwin Buzz Aldrin turns 95 today. Tom?
He was,
for the win.
Okay.
Who was he?
He was Edward Baldwin.
Buzz Aldrin.
Aldrin. He was the guy. He was the guy that portrayed in the movie All the Right Stuff.
Okay, you lost. He was the second man on the moon. He was not in the movie.
He portrayed him in the movie.
Yeah, he was portrayed in the movie The Right Stuff.
He was the second man on the moon.
Wow.
And today, if it's your birthday, no matter what Tom says, it is a happy birthday for you, we hope. And those are the things that happened on this day, Kevin.
Inauguration Day. When we come back, Rachel Levine has one more comment.
Richard?
After she leaves the office. We'll hear about that. And Representative Stansbury.
Yeah.
Kristi Noem. We'll get to all of those cuts. By the way, let me correct myself about China and the semiconductors.
Mm-hmm.
Taiwan currently makes 68% of all semiconductors. They forecast by 2027 they'll make 60% of all semiconductors. South Korea is number 2 at 12%, tied with America at 12%, and China is at 8% when it comes to semiconductors. This is why China wants Taiwan.
Right. Yep.
And this is why America needs to protect Taiwan. Just thought I'd pass that by. All right, some of the things on the way. Looks like Albuquerque man facing DWI. Another guy that rammed the police car. What is the matter with people? Texas man pled guilty to vandalizing a pro-life pregnancy center. We'll talk about that. And firefighters caught a looter. You're not going to believe what they were stealing. And we'll go through the public safety bills. Public safety bills in New Mexico as the session starts tomorrow. Tom, we didn't talk. Who do you have in the game tonight?
It's the Irish and Ohio State playing for the national championship.
I didn't ask who was playing. I asked, who were you picking?
Well, you got to reference it first, B.
Everybody knows the national championship, Tom. Who are you picking?
Irish have been my team right from the beginning. Notre Dame.
They were not yours from the beginning. That is a straight up lie.
What a liar.
Liar.
Monica, who do you have?
I'm going to go ahead and go for Notre Dame as well.
You're for former Catholic, right?
Ohio.
Only because Ohio beat Texas, and I can't.
I will take Ohio State because they're hot.
Yeah.
Not really,
I
B.
think
They're not that hot. Notre Dame comes in there with a 13-game winning streak, dude. Oh, my God. The longest
who
in
did
college
they
football.
play, Tom?
Everybody.
Who did they play in those 13 games?
Give it to them. They lost the second game of the year to Northern Illinois, and they have not lost since. So they've been in playoff mode ever since.
Who did they play?
They played Penn State. They beat them.
In the playoffs. Who did they play?
Yeah, that's when he's been a Notre Dame fan ever since then.
Yeah. They beat Indiana.
Indiana. Ooh, what a powerhouse in college football. Indiana. The Hoosiers are coming after you.
Didn't Tom Cruise play for them?
I think he might have. They played Navy.
Irish. I'll give you the score: 37-14 Notre Dame.
I will. No. Stop.
Over.
I will take that bet. What do you want to put on it?
I'll take that bet. What are we betting? 100?
I'm just saying that's
the Irish will not score 37 points.
37-14.
I'll take that bet. What are we betting?
I'll take that bet. What are we betting? 100?
No, I'm just betting.
You got to.
No,
what are you betting?
Nothing.
You got to bet something if you're betting.
I ain't got my burrito or my buffets yet, so I ain't putting nothing on there.
Let's double or nothing, Tom. 100.
Double or nothing on the buffets or whatever you think.
In the Philippines, I won't see that 100 no more until next year.
I cash out people all the time, Tom.
37-14.
I will take. How about double or nothing a buffet? You'll get 2 if they do that, and you don't get any if they don't. So you don't even lose anything.
They won't score 37
points, boys.
No, they won't. All right, 808. By the way, I'm going Ohio State, and I think they'll win by 10.
Win by 10.
We'll
okay, let me write this down.
I got to go look up the spread on that.
Okay, Ohio by 10.
Yeah. I think it's a 8.5 point spread.
Okay,
that's
and
a lot.
This
That's a lot.
Blake?
It's 9.5 right now.
Blake, what do you say?
I would take Ohio in the points. Ohio State in the points.
Ohio in points.
37-14 for Tommy.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Blake.
Mark that down.
And it's all he's double or nothing betting. So
Okay,
he doesn't
And
owe
he
anybody
bet me
anything if he loses.
$100.
Nobody's betting.
He
I
bet
ain't
me
betting with
$100.
you.
He won't owe anybody anything if he loses, but then nobody's going to owe him anything either.
I
Okay,
ain't
Tom
double-
A, 37-14, you
Yeah,
said?
and I am not double betting with nobody.
He bet me $100. So just put that down. Tom A, $100.
He said he
Tommy,
bets.
37-14, Irish win. I'm
And it
going to
was
say...
double or nothing bet.
Oh, double or nothing.
No, it ain't. That's according to him.
You're the one that said you bet.
I know I don't bet.
Well, why you said you bet?
I said No, I would bet, but you guys ain't paid off my other bets, so what am
You
I gonna
said
bet for?
you bet. Now you're saying you're not going to bet me?
No.
You flip-flopper. You and Joe Biden. All right, 8:09. We got to get to the national anthem and the pledge this morning, being brought to you by your Farmers Insurance agent, Rebecca Long. Give her a call today if you're thinking about just getting a quote. Yeah, it's time to start shopping around. She can take care of all your insurance. You got homeowners insurance and auto, and maybe you got recreational vehicles and commercial insurance and life insurance. 575-393-2661. That's her number. Or stop by right there on West Vega in Hobbs. She serves Lee, Eddy, and Chaves County. Hey, you folks in Lincoln County, she can take care of you too. 575-393-2661. Proud sponsor of the national anthem and the pledge on W105 and K-West.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Carrie Underwood.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets spread glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
8:12, 12 after 8. Large prayer this morning being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in control.
From Romans 5 this morning. You see, at just the right time, when we were still powerless, Christ died for the ungodly. Very rarely will anyone die for a righteous man, though for a good man, someone might possibly dare to die.
This is Mike Welsh with Judah Oil. Can you join us in the Lord's Prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven,
Our Father, who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come,
thy will be done,
thy will be done,
on earth as it is in heaven.
on earth as it is on heaven.
Give us this day our
Give
daily
us
bread,
this day our daily bread,
and forgive us
and forgive us,
our trespasses, and we forgiven those who trespass against us.
and forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not to temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
Amen.
Amen.
We'll check the weather coming up in just a second. Cold weather tonight across southeast New Mexico, down to 12. Ruidoso tonight, about 2.
Ooh.
I'll get you updated with the complete forecast on the way. News being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm, Luke Ragsdale, reminding you when accidents happen, it's when you least expect them. That's why you need a law firm that you can trust, a law firm that is going to fight for you. Ragsdale Law Firm, specializing in car accidents, personal injury. They can also take care of your medical malpractice cases and oil field accidents. Based in Roswell, serving all of southeast New Mexico. And just remember, it never costs you a penny for a free consultation. In fact, you never pay anything until you win your case. Ragsdale Law Firm, 575-208-5300, or find them online at ragsdalelawfirm.com. We're coming right back. It's 8:14. We're being the Breakfast Club.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Before greeting President-elect Trump at the White House on this Inauguration Day morning, President Biden's putting his last couple of hours in office to use.
President Joe Biden is now issuing preemptive pardons for former Joint Chiefs Chairman General Mark Milley, former COVID point man Dr. Anthony Fauci, and the members of the House Select Committee on the January 6th riot, which would include the likes of former Wyoming Congresswoman Liz Cheney.
Fox's Evan Brown. President-elect Trump is sworn in at noon Eastern.
Trump is expected to sign over 200 executive actions ranging from border security to energy production. Trump says he's going to deliver for the American people the best first day, biggest first week, and most extraordinary first 100 days of any president.
Fox's Hillary Vaughn. Fox confirms plans to deploy troops to the southern border. It's also Martin Luther King Jr. Day, the first time it's been on Inauguration Day since 1997. America's listening to Fox News.
In need of a tow? Those don't have to be dirty words. At Lee County Roadside, they have been offering friendly and knowledgeable service for 20 years. From light to heavy duty, there's nothing they can't tow. And with 24-hour availability, there's no time they can't tow it. Don't make a bad day worse by choosing the wrong tow company. Lee County Roadside, the good guys to call in a bad situation. For 24-hour service, call 575-392-3223 or locate them at 7401 North Del Paso, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Like Lee County Roadside on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.
Is success built overnight, or is it the result of strategic exposure? Either way, every business deserves the chance to thrive. From crafting compelling messages to reaching the right audience, MTD Radio offers a marketing magic that is almost indescribable. Start your journey today by promoting your business with MTD Radio's 7 stations across New Mexico and West Texas. Visit mtdradio.com or call 866-70-RADIO and let us help your business soar. Broadcast your success with the help of this station.
Dear Winter, the mighty Toyota Tundra will conquer your toughest elements. With exceptional power and available 4x4, Tundra's got an iron grip on almost anything you've got. Snow? Sleet? Chill. Tundra's top flight technology is in command and ready to kick tough trails in the tail. Find your Tundra at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Visit Permian Toyota in Hobbs today. Toyota. Let's go places.
In need of environmental services? Having trouble getting your state lease reclamation approved? JBW Solutions is a veteran-owned company that is dedicated to proudly serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas with quality environmental services. JBW Solutions specializes in state lease reclamations and compliance reporting and approval, including project management, environmental tech support, soil sampling, and more. Contact them at 860-460-4398 and like them on Facebook. The City of Carlsbad wants to remind you to plan for the ban. Starting February 1st, single-use plastic carry-out bags will not be available at points of sale around town. Using a reusable bag to make your purchases will help keep Carlsbad a much cleaner place to live and visit. To view Ordinance 2024-23, please go to cityofcarlsbadnm.com/ordinances. That's cityofcarlsbadnm.com/ordinances.
A cash front is moving through Inn of the Mountain Gods. Come get caught up in the $12,000 Blizzard of Cash hot seats. Earn entries every Friday in January to enter a hot seat drawings at 4 p.m., 6 p.m., 8 p.m., and 10 p.m. 3 winners will take home $200 cash in each drawing. The $12,000 Blizzard of Cash hot seats at Inn of the Mountain Gods. Must be 21 or older. Visit innofthemountaingods.com or see Apache Spirit Club booth for details.
New year, new ride, New Mexico. Ready to kick off 2025 with a car that looks brand new? Mighty Wash has just the thing for you. Start fresh with our Express Interior package for just $60. This includes a full interior wipe down, tire shine, windows cleaned inside and out, door jambs detailed, vacuuming of all rows, and a free Wonder Clean wash with complete hand dry. Want the works? Treat your car to our complete detail package. It's got everything in the Express Interior plus seat and carpet shampoo, wheel and tire cleaning, and a premium wax. And it comes with our top-tier Mighty Protector Wash for the ultimate shine. Don't let your car roll into 2025 stuck in the past. Refresh your ride with Mighty Wash. Clean car, fresh start, New Mexico. Let's make this year your car's best year yet.
Don't stop believing.
Tom A takes more hits than the Texas Rangers get in a year.
You may sell that jazz to another pothead, but not to somebody who spends most of their time holding some sick kid's head while he vomits and retches sitting on a curbstone at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Be in the Breakfast Club. Now back to the show.
I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
And now I'm sitting here in my penthouse eating McDonald's. I wrote each campaign speech on basically whatever I could find, a Kleenex, a napkin, or maybe even a lunch tray. And when I gave the facts, let me tell you folks, I said them my way. Yes, there were times, of course, well, listen, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than Chris Christie could chew, okay? But through it all, when folks had doubts, I called them up and I cursed them out. That's what I did. I insulted all and I stood tall and did it my way. Frank Sinatra, eat your heart out, eat your heart out. Okay?
And by the way, I have no problem with Donald Trump calling and cussing people out. None. That's what a leader does every once in a while. You're not playing our game, we will call and cuss you out. Not a problem. For whatever reason, my camera froze. It's back now, I think, Blake.
Let me go look.
Before we went to break, I noticed you were upside down and frozen.
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah, I don't know why it went upside down or frozen, but back. I mean, it's currently 77 degrees. I don't know why it would be frozen.
It's that TikTok thing you downloaded.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I keep getting things that are popping up on my Facebook from TikTok. That's what Tom said.
He said
nasty
TikTok.
Nasty.
Tom likes nasty stuff on his phone.
Yeah, I don't know why that nasty stuff pops up.
You can type SEX on it, and right away you'll get nasty stuff.
Really? Tell us how that works.
You know, so it doesn't matter what if you go on a porn site. If you talk about anything about birth or SEX, you'll get
birth.
Birth?
No.
What does it show you about birth?
So if you talk about
type in breastfeeding, Tom.
Yeah, breastfeeding. What about that, Tom? Is that going to be picked up on your phone right now, and you're going to get lactating babes?
You'll get a bunch of nasty stuff.
There is nothing. There is all the words that you use to describe breastfeeding are incorrect.
Yes, most definitely. Beautiful thing. By the way, speaking of nasty, Michelle Obama skipping she skipped Jimmy Carter's funeral.
Yep.
She skips the inauguration today. Rumors are her and Barack are splitting up.
See, I asked that earlier.
Over the weekend, they did celebrate their anniversary together. Joann's Fabric filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy for the second time within a year due to financial and inventory issues. Do you think part of the problem is people are not sewing like they used to sew back in the day?
No.
I'm going to say yes.
Because if you've been to a Joann Fabrics, that's not everything they do.
It's
they're like
arts
Hobby
and crafts,
Lobby,
right? Yeah,
they're like Hobby Lobby.
Michael's.
Yes.
Yeah, they're kind of they've got a bunch of that stuff too.
Well, are they expensive? I don't think I've been into a Joann
No,
Fabrics.
but all of those retailers are having problems with retail theft.
Yeah. Looks like new this week, the polar vortex bringing record cold temperatures. That's why Donald Trump's going inside. It's easier to protect the president inside also.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah. And a woman in France was scammed out of $850 million by a man who convinced her he was Brad Pitt.
Oh my gosh.
And when he sent her videos, he does look a lot like Brad Pitt. But why would Brad Pitt need your money? I'm just wondering. Why would Brad Pitt, the moment they would say, Brad Pitt needs your money, I'd be like, Brad Pitt's made his own money. Why would he need my money? It scammed you out of $850 million.
That's a lot of money.
That is.
Well, that's more money than I'll ever see in my lifetime.
I could scam people out of me saying I'm a Mexican George Clooney.
Oh, we know you
could-
scam people out of things.
Not right now. Like maybe 2 years ago when you lost all that weight.
No.
3 years
He's
ago.
made his entire career out of scamming people out of
Getting
things.
family to do things.
Free things and
Services. Okay, can you come fix my water?
You did that even when you were skinny?
He's never been skinny.
He's never
Yeah,
been
I saw that picture. Yeah, he was. He was thinner than he is now, and that's
that doesn't
skinny.
equal skinny.
How much did you weigh in
Compared
that
to
picture?
now. That's
I weighed
tiny.
240 pounds in that picture.
What?
That was down almost 300 pounds from where I was
Well,
423.
dang. How old are you? I mean, how much
Tom's
do you weigh
impeccable
now?
math skills once again.
If you were what'd you say?
240
He
in that
said he was
picture.
400
240 in
and
that
lost
picture.
two-
What are you now?
What, 285?
Nah. A
Yeah.
boosh.
That-
Ain't no bush.
Boosh. Yeah, I know you don't got
There's
no
a
bush, but
scale
I'm
right
just
there.
saying.
There's a scale
Yeah,
if you really
go ahead
want
and jump on it, Tom, if that's what you think
Now,
you
Monica,
weigh.
you had my weight on your little deal there. How much was I?
You didn't even weigh yourself for us. You just told us what you weighed at the doctor's office.
Go ahead and
it
jump on the
was
scale. Let's end this
270 something.
Looks like a Albuquerque man facing several charges after police say he rammed a police vehicle in downtown Albuquerque while he was intoxicated. This happened early Sunday morning. How many of these have we had
Scoot all the
between
way up, Tom.
Waffle and Albuquerque? Tom, did you get on there yet?
Yeah, he's not all the way on though.
Yeah, he was.
No, his
And make
feet
sure
were
he's
hanging
not
at the
holding
bottom.
on.
Off of it. One more time for the one time. More. Go up. Your sole's off of the. You need to be.
You're a sweet baby, Jesus.
284, baby.
Okay, so.
You act like that's a good thing. 284, baby. I have lost. Wait, no, I'm not lost. I've gained. I was 279 before the holidays.
284, baby. 16 away from the 300s.
That's right. Texas man pled guilty to vandalizing a pro-life pregnancy center, saying forced birth is murder. Forcing people to have a baby is murder. That's what the Texas man said.
Look, no one is forcing you to do that. And here's the thing. If someone forced you to do the act that causes a baby, that is a crime, and it is still allowed for you to have an abortion in that respect in Texas.
Yeah. So this guy has been arrested. His name is Ethan Starvik. He's 23 years old, pled guilty. Of course, look, it's a misdemeanor, but at the same time, forced birth is murder. He spray painted it. And on the door,
I do not think he knows what words mean.
So a birthing center is not a clinic, according to him. But an abortion clinic is a clinic, according to him. The hell's the matter with you folks?
Well, this really goes to show how the left can really push their people into whatever they want them to be because they know they're already mentally unstable, right? Or they wouldn't be on the left. So
I mean, this guy was all in.
It's easy to push them to these staggering positions. Like if you have a baby born, that is the opposite of murder.
Right.
Yeah. If you kill a baby,
that is murder.
That's murder.
Right.
By the way, California firefighters catch a looter stealing an Emmy award. They have no idea who the Emmy belonged to. Now, those are made out of, they're plated with gold, correct? The Emmy awards?
They used to be. I don't know if they still are.
So anyway, they caught the burglar stealing an Emmy award. And the guy said, "I'm not a looter." No, of course you're not. Of course you're not a looter. All right, let's go through some of the laws that are the public safety bills that are coming up. Extreme risk firearm protection order changes, sponsored by Representative Joy Garnett. This bill would amend the extreme risk firearm protection order that allows a state law enforcement officer to file a petition based on information collected while carrying out official duties. It would require a respondent to relinquish their firearms. This is what I would call the red flag law. Yep. So they're trying to make the red flag law more stringent, is what this bill is. Fourth-degree felony for a shooting threat, sponsored by the same Representative Joy Garnett. I don't think she likes firearms one bit. No. She wanted to make the threatening to shoot somebody a fourth-degree felony. What about threatening to kill somebody in general with a knife or with a gun? Wouldn't it? So if it results in death, wouldn't it be the same?
You would think.
Yeah, you would think.
So no, I just don't like guns. I mean, if you stab somebody, I don't have a problem with that. Maybe that's what she's saying. Possession of weapon conversion device. So Representative Kathleen Cates, this bill was meant to make possessing a weapon conversion device a crime and provides a penalty. It would be a third-degree felony to own or transport a weapon conversion device. What exactly would that be? A handgun that function as automatic weapon?
It would be something that you would add to it to make it function that way. Like there was a guy that got busted. Well, yes, but that's not what that is. It's more of a. There was a guy that did some 3D printing of devices that would go into a pistol that would make them auto.
So juvenile record in firearm background checks. So this bill, sponsored by Representative Cates, is meant to amend the existing law to include a section stating it would be unlawful for an adult who was a subject to a juvenile delinquency act involving a firearm that would be a felony if committed by an adult to receive and transport or possess a firearm. That would make it a third-degree felony. The bill also proposes records of juvenile delinquency would be available to federal authorities to determine whether or not they would received or transported possession of firearms. So in New Mexico, if a juvenile, basically all those records are a sponge, correct?
Supposedly.
And HB 44, protect the minors for harmful material. Sponsored by John Block. He's a Republican. This bill would require commercial entities to have age verification with identification that would allow access to websites that are harmful to minors. They're talking about pornographic websites. Texas has a similar law that you have to send in like a copy of your driver's license before you get on a pornographic site. There are many states that are doing that now. HB 48, law enforcement training at some schools. Representative Patricia Ludstrom. This bill was meant to provide funds for law enforcement training at state-supported community colleges. So it's only like $100,000. Penalties for vehicle theft. Cynthia Borrego. The bill was meant to apply penalties for first, second, and third offenses when it comes to stealing vehicles. It looks like HB 57, attorneys for indigenous domestic abuse victims, indigent domestic abuse victims. This is Pamela Herndon. Isn't that the very liberal representative?
It is.
Yeah. And so this would mean that the victim of domestic abuse is able to, that's unable to pay for lawyer's fees. The court will assign a lawyer. Don't we already have that?
We do.
Yep.
Oh. And HB 73, childhood sexual abuse statute of limitations, sponsored by Representative Liz Thompson. The bill would remove the statute of limitations based on the person's age or from the date the victim disclosed the abuse to a healthcare professional. This would mean a childhood sexual abuse victim would take legal action for damages at any time. Firefighters and EMS provide Peer Support Act, HB 74. This is meant for fire agencies, public fire agencies, to create a peer support group for volunteer and staff firefighters that are experiencing stress or trauma related to emergency services provided. And HB 83, sponsored by Representative Block and Stephanie Lard. This bill would change the definition of a deadly weapon to not include firearms. They are trying to remove the verbiage that currently reads unlawful to carry a concealed loaded firearm. This would mean a person would be able to carry a concealed or open firearm anywhere without a permit. Also, HB 86, human trafficking changes. This is sponsored by Representative Thompson. This bill would increase the age for sexual exploitation of children by, when it comes to prostitutes, to 18 years of age. And that's pretty much all the bills. Now, there was a deadline that I think Friday was the deadline to issue any other bills that are coming down the pipe. So, as you can see, a lot of public safety bills, red flag law, and other bills that could be happening. Blake, anything else you talked to anybody about that could be coming down the pike?
Not that I know of that we didn't go over right there. I mean, there's some things that they're going to try to protect, some oil and gas things, but those are other fights as they come up.
That's not public safety. How many anti-gun laws can we possibly,
Well, we had 6 last time, and I think that last count was at like 10 this time.
Yeah. And one of them is actually a good bill by Block and Stephanie Lard. Yep. We'll see. That probably will go nowhere. That's what I'm guessing.
No, because they don't really it's not really about public safety.
No.
It's really a gun grab and it's control.
Because public safety is pretty easy. Yeah. As you right there, all those bills that I just read off dealing with public safety, did we see anything really where it increases the terms of how long people are going to stay in jail?
No.
And maybe no probation for certain crimes? No. So they're not really serious about that. All right, Richard Levine, some people call him Rachel Levine. Do you know that depending on what color you are, climate change could affect you in a worse way? Did you know that?
What?
Tom, climate change is probably affecting you in a worse way.
It's affecting us worse than Blake and Kevin.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean,
I can't believe that.
So here's Rachel Levine. She rolled Black African American Month into climate change.
Listen
to this. Yeah. Come on, Richard.
I'm Admiral Rachel Levine. This Black History Month, I'm pleased to partner with OMH in advancing better health through better understanding for Black communities. Climate change is having a disproportionate effect on the physical and mental health of Black communities. Black Americans are more likely than white Americans to live in areas and housing that increase their susceptibility to climate-related health issues.
Unbelievable.
And 65% of Black Americans report feeling anxious about climate change's impact.
I can only imagine some of the guys that I played ball with. Rachel Levine saying, "Do you feel anxious about climate change?" And you know what their answer would be? Dude, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and
I'm like,
look,
they don't care about that.
No, the underlying thing is here is the white guy that thinks he's a woman stereotyping all Black people as living in the ghetto.
Golly.
Yes. Well, and so let's think about this. How many people do we have, Black folks living next to white folks? But it only
Everywhere.
affects the Black folks.
But no, he was basically saying they live in substandard housing.
Yeah, what a crock. What a crock. Representative Stansbury from New Mexico. All I have to say is, New Mexico, be proud.
No.
You elected her. Be proud.
To know is, what does this bill have to do with lowering costs, the economy, making our communities safer? The answer is nothing. We are 2 weeks into the 119th Congress, and already the GOP is wasting our time on political messaging bills. This bill is not about protecting women or children. It's the opposite. It's about government overreach, telling parents their kids can't play t-ball or run track, telling our athletic associations they can't regulate sports. It's about bullying trans kids who are amongst the most vulnerable in our communities, and subjecting our children to potentially dangerous situations in their schools. And we won't stand for it.
Oh, by God, you will stand for it, because how many kids is this affecting, really? I guarantee you it's affecting more girls in schools that have to deal with a man going to their bathroom and taking a shower with their, and many of these girls have never seen male genitalia, but they're supposed to bathe with them.
Right.
They're supposed to be on the same bus with them.
Yeah.
And the bigger question is, why is this your big concern?
Correct.
Have you really worried about public safety over the past 4 years with millions of people flooding the damn border?
Nope.
You guys are killing me.
And
we'll hear from Christy.
Before you get off the shrieking eel, too, her, Teresa Ledger Fernandez, and Martin Heinrich all said they are not going to attend the inauguration.
No.
Yes. The
That's
only
not
person that confirmed that they will go to the inauguration from New Mexico is Ben Ray Lujan, because Gabe Vasquez wouldn't even answer the question.
Well, he was busy.
So
He's
4
gotta
out of
hang
5.
up on people. He had to go.
Yeah. I mean,
I gotta go.
This is an embarrassment, New Mexico.
Absolutely.
I mean, and so how many people in New Mexico, Tom?
210 million.
No.
It's 300.
It's about
plus.
2.1 million.
All right,
I was right.
2.1. So let's just do the math. 2.1 million. How many transgender folks do you think live in New Mexico total?
Five is less than 0.1.
Less than 0.1 million?
I'm gonna up
Tom's
that
impeccable math skills on display again.
I would say trans. I'd say maybe like 5 to 10%. A lot of them are out of
That's a lot right there.
Is that too little?
I think it's about at half of 1%. Half of 1%. Let's give them 1%. So we're going to let 1%
Be
decide
21,000.
what happens in our schools.
But you said out of the population. Now that would be reduced by just moving that to only kids in school.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Percentage of New Mexicans.
So how many kids are in school?
I don't even know.
750,000, maybe.
Like that, Matt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. That's probably pretty close.
So 1% of 750,000, Tom, is?
That's 7.
It's 7,500. Your impeccable math skills are just outstanding.
No, Blake. It's 7.
Okay.
All right,
According
we
to
gotta
the data
get
from
to-
New Mexico Department of Health, approximately 0.8% of New Mexico adults identify as transgender or non-binary. So you guys are absolutely right.
Well, and then they include non-binary, which is totally different.
Right.
They're really confused. They don't know if they're man or woman.
Yeah.
They, them.
Yeah. But I would say it's probably 0.5%. Something like that.
Yeah.
Like half.
But even then, I mean, you're talking, you were talking about 1%. That would be 7,500.
Yeah.
And so you're going to dictate the entire school curriculum around 7,500 kids in a state.
Yep.
Tan locos.
Yep.
That's smaller than some schools.
Yeah.
And this is what our congresswoman, I'm sorry, is worried about.
Oh, geez.
This is her main concern. She wasn't worried about bringing down prices up until this month. She wasn't worried about our safety when millions of people were flooding the border.
She's still not.
She could have given crap.
Right.
She's caring about trans because that is a hot button issue all of a sudden.
And she cares about it so much, she's not even attending the inauguration.
Yeah. God bless her.
Dirty girl.
All right, 15 minutes away from 9. Let's get to, we got to get to the boob of the day, being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics, medical professionals on staff ready to help you. Thinking about going on a diet, they can help you with that. They have the answer to help you. They also, if you're living in pain, they can help you there too. Give them a call, 575-964-8025. They believe in natural supplements. That's what functional medicine is all about. And if you're living in pain, look, they offer stem cell therapy and ozone therapy and cryotherapy chamber. And ladies, they offer hormonal optimization. Guys, I talked to a guy at the gym today about testosterone. He said, that's what makes us men. That's what makes us men. Our testosterone starts going down. You know, we start laying on the couch and not doing anything. We start, guys start, their bodies start looking different. He goes, testosterone's what makes us men. It's been godsend for me. 575-964-8025. Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics, 3900 North Lovington Highway at Hobbs. Check them out. Make sure and tell them you heard about them on B and the Breakfast Club. Proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day.
So, Tom, have you ever done something you immediately regretted?
Yes.
Not lately, no.
No? Okay. Well, this 40-year-old guy from Hungary is lucky to be alive after clinging to the side of a bullet train for 20 miles.
Oh my gosh.
It was zipping through Germany last week and had a scheduled stop about halfway between Munich and Nuremberg. He stepped off the train to smoke a cigarette, and he didn't get back on before they closed the doors. So he saw it leaving and jumped onto a bracket that connected the two cars.
Uh-oh.
Then he held on for dear life because it went up to 175 miles an hour.
Oh my God.
Someone saw him and officials stopped the train. He said he did it because his luggage was on board and he didn't want to be separated from it. Now he's facing charges of an act of disruptive to operations.
Wow.
That's a German sounding law if ever I heard one. And he also didn't have a ticket. So he boarded illegally in more ways than one.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they got his luggage on there. But for all that, at least he lived to be the boob of the day.
Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Christy Nome. We're going to hear from Christy Nome in just a second. Looks like an Albuquerque man found guilty in the 2022 murder. In 2022, Joe Anderson shot and killed Raymond Avalos, and who was trying to drive away on a motorcycle that Anderson lent him. He was, he he was found guilty of that murder. By the way, the first-degree murder charges and tampering. He will spend the rest of his life in prison. New Mexico State Police investigating a fatal shooting in Penasco. They're investigating that shooting. Of course, that's up there. Taos County deputies responded to a domestic violence. They say 32-year-old Jeremy Garcia got in a fight with his wife, and he shot her and pronounced dead at the scene. Tom, what do you know about this Texans player, Chris Boyd, that shoved his coach? You see the video of that?
It was during the AFC divisional. What it was that he took off his helmet, threw his helmet. That's a penalty. He was fined 15 yards, and then he came to his special teams coach saying, "Look, I can do it. I can do it." He was trying to be positive, but it showed like he was screaming at his coach and mad at his coach, but it wasn't that.
Well, he had just intercepted the ball, and he threw his helmet, shoved the special teams coach after the first play of the game against Kansas City.
Right.
Boyd was able to chase down the receiver to stop a potential opening
kickoff
play touchdown.
Yeah.
So he didn't intercept the ball.
He stopped the guy.
He stripped the ball loose, only for a Chiefs to recover.
Yeah, they recovered.
So it was emotional, and he later did. He said, "I was just turned." What's happening? Wait. Let's go to the official youngest in the studio. What's that mean? I was just turned.
Like pissed. Like I was
drunk.
No, like drunk, high, pissed.
Turned. I was just turned. I was just turned.
Not in your right.
He should have been reading a book or
not
something.
in your right mind. Yeah,
Not
that
in your
would
right
fit.
mind. There you go.
Why you wouldn't read it?
Yeah.
Tom just said he should have written a book.
He should have read a book. Like A.J. Brown did the week before. Should have just gone to the bench and read a book.
Maybe.
When was the last time you read a
looks
book?
like lawmakers in Nashville are pushing, giving their international airport in Nashville a new name. Tom, you have any idea what name that would be?
They're going to name it the Oilers.
What?
Why would they name it the Oilers?
The Oilers.
He said the Oilers.
Team is not even known as the Oilers. It's known as a completely different name, the Titans. They're going to rename it the Trump International Airport.
Are they really?
Nice.
Yeah, well, that's what they want to do. We'll see where that goes. And they say that Donald Trump is a very wealthy man.
Of course.
When it comes to the meme coin, he bought a bunch of stock and made a bunch of money off of cryptocurrency, the meme coin. You know who's into the meme coin a whole bunch? His son, Barron. That's who encouraged him to buy the stock.
Right.
Is it against the law for a president to buy stock?
No.
Well, he was president at the time. Wasn't the president at the time, so I don't think that's an issue. All right, 852.
Is it the lollybomb meme coin or the baby meme coin?
Hold on.
Well, Trump is on the face of a $2 bill, by the way.
He is not. He is not on the $2 bill. The $2 bill stopped being produced a number of years ago.
Well, you need to see Fox. They're advertising a $2 bill for Trump.
He is not on a $2 bill, Tom. The $2 bill is not in production.
We'll see collector's item. See, so I was right.
It's not a $2 bill.
It's not a $2 bill.
It's a fake $2 bill.
I don't know. It just says, for the record, the coin is official website, gettrumpmeme. memes.com.
A Trump meme coin. Okay, so that's something totally different.
Yeah. And they said he, after Rally Crypto Holdings, net worth about $58 billion on paper. Trump's net worth up to $58 billion, making him one of the world's 25 richest people.
Huh.
So that story, I'm trying to see where that story was.
I'm looking over on Investors Daily, and they got a couple different stories on that now that I could figure out where it was. It's $ Trump is the.
Yeah, there you go. $ Trump. So he sold 200 million meme coins on January 17th. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. But I mean, it's legal. That's not insider trading.
No.
Now, if he wants to inside trade, he can ask Nancy Pelosi about that.
Right.
So, I mean, she can tell him. All right, let's get updated with the weather being brought to you by A Custom Construction and Roofing and insurance specialist, licensed, bonded, insured, local veteran, owns the place and has for 30 plus years. 30 plus years, A Custom Construction and Roofing have been helping people, and they have the A plus rating to prove it from the Better Business Bureau. 30 years they've been available, and 30 years they've got the A plus rating. Call them for a free estimate. Dwayne Pennick, 575-318-9725, reminding you, beware of the out-of-town unlicensed contractors. When they're gone, your warranty is gone. Give Dwayne a call, 575-318-9725. Martin Luther King Day, calling for cold weather in southeast New Mexico. 33 for the high, sunny skies, down to 12 tonight. Extreme cold weather warning in effect for tonight. And tomorrow's high temperature getting up to 33. If you're in Lincoln County, high temperature today, 29 and sunny skies, maybe some snow early tonight, down to 2 tonight, and up to 33 and sunny coming up tomorrow. We'll keep you updated with everything going on this morning. News being brought to you by North Star Laundry, reminding you they are your one-stop shop for all your laundry. Wash, dry, and fold. They can dry clean your clothes, starch them. They can press them. All you got to do is walk in, drop off all your clothes. They can take care of the rest. Now, if you want to wash, dry, and fold your own clothes, not a problem. They're open 7 days a week and have coin-operated machines in all 3 of their locations. Find them in Carlsbad, 609 West Lee, 604 West Church, and even in Loving at 406 West Cedar. Taking a break, coming back, we're being the Breakfast Club.
MTD Radio News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Get the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. The New Mexico Department of Transportation will begin a $24.8 million structure and roadway reconstruction project along US 380 between Roswell and Tatum on February 1st. The 7.352-mile project will include improvements to pavement conditions, mill and inlay, roadway signage, striping, and adding passing lanes along 2 segments of US 380. Passing lanes will be added from milepost 162 to 164 and from 184 to 191. This project is expected to last about 240 working days with an estimated completion date in January of 2026. A Carlsbad man facing 2 felony charges after police said he brandished a gun during a November fight at Milton's Brewing was bound over to district court in Eddy County. The motion to bind over Daniel Sanchez, 38, was signed by Magistrate Judge Megan Fish on Tuesday. Sanchez waived a preliminary hearing and was released on $25,000 bond. No future court dates were scheduled as of last week. Sanchez was arrested on November 8th after he allegedly retrieved a gun from his truck and fired it into the air during a conflict at Milton's. Sanchez, who told police he worked at Milton's, fired the gun once into the air and pointed it at a group of men outside the brewery. He was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and negligent use of a deadly weapon. And a revised Roswell ordinance governing the keeping of animals is in place and features new regulations intended to promote the proper care of pets and responsible pet ownership. The changes to the ordinance include a prohibition on tethering of dogs with certain exceptions, additional diseases against which dogs and cats must be vaccinated, and increased fine amounts for violations of the ordinance, as well as a 5-year ban on pet ownership for anyone convicted of animal abandonment. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Hey, Danny Kelly here at the big store, Permian Chevy Buick GMC Nissan. You know, I keep hearing people talk about how they believe they can get a better deal in Texas. Well, let me make it clear to everyone. You can't. No Texas dealer will ever beat Permian. Our prices are the lowest guaranteed. I'll beat any Texas deal on any new vehicle, or I'll go get it for you for free. On top of that, I'm also going to throw in a free lifetime powertrain warranty for anybody that buys and services with us. And you can take that Permian promise to the bank. So before you go driving, spending time, money, and valuable resources to chase a fairy tale, remember, shop local and save big. The only thing bigger in Texas are the prices. So if you need a great deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle and you want to make it fast, fun, and easy, just come down to Permian Chevy Buick GMC Nissan, 701 West Navajo Drive in Hobbs.
I'm Danny Kelly, and I approve this message.
Sutherland's of Carlsbad is here for all your home improvement and DIY projects. Visit Sutherland's.com for how-to tips and guides. Skip the hassle. Buy online and pick up in-store for free at 2101 South Canal in Carlsbad. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, and plywood to fencing, power tools, and furniture, Sutherland's has what you need for the job, plus great financing options. Sutherland's, helping Americans build it better since 1917.
You can stock up for winter with big values. This week at Bob's Ridgeway, more than 150 grocery item specials with Pillsbury Grand Biscuits, 2 cans for $6. Banquet Classic Dinners, 2 for $3. Kellogg cereals, the family size boxes, just $3.98. Get Campbell soups, 5 cans for $5. And there's a big P&G sale with specials on Pampers and Charmin bathroom tissue, Febreze fabric refresh, Mr. Clean cleansers, and all your cleaning supplies. There's big values. You should stock up for the winter at Bob's Ridgeway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington, where your grocery dollar always goes farther.
So, where were we? Oh yeah, okay. Show's number 1 again.
Be in the Breakfast Club, on air, online, on your phone.
Yeah, you just might see that it's a brand new
And broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio.
Snap on your helmet and adjust your cup.
This is not headline news. Today is Donald Trump's inauguration. Performers at the inaugural ball include Nelly, Kid Rock, and Carrie Underwood. All perfect choices if the year were 2005. The Supreme Court upheld the TikTok ban. Their ruling is called The People of the United States versus That Thing Our Grandkids Use. Wine sales in the U.S. were down about 6% last year, but they were up about 70% with Southwest Pilots. Tom Green has 3 projects coming up on Amazon, making 2025 the official year of comebacks we don't need. And a new survey shows about 16% of Americans feel lonely. That high statistic from respondents who begged the survey taker to please stay and hang out. This is not headline news.
Tom Green, I haven't heard that name in forever.
Yeah, he's been doing some new stuff.
Yeah, I was just watching the inauguration.
Yeah,
and they were showing the grandkids coming in, and then they showed Obama with the swagger.
Yeah, yeah. And you should have seen Tom start drooling when Hillary and Bill were walking in.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, at least they showed up, right?
Yeah.
Drooling? Now, who were you drooling for? Was it Hillary or Bill?
It was the Crypt Keeper. It was Bill showing up with the Crypt Keeper.
So,
I don't know why you guys hate her so much.
Mike Pompeo, they showed him on TV this morning,
Mm-hmm.
and I hadn't seen Mike Pompeo in like 4 years.
A former Secretary of State, right? That's what he was.
Mm-hmm.
Under.
Yeah. Have you seen him lately?
No.
Holy crap. I don't know if he's overdoing the Ozempic or he had the lap band or what, but he has lost serious weight.
He was a little bit chunky, yeah. I did it naturally. I didn't use no drugs or nothing.
What are you talking about?
You didn't do it.
Continue to gain weight.
COVID hit.
Cállate ya con esto.
No. You look,
Okay.
you didn't take that before COVID hit. You only took it for like a week, and that was like 6 months ago.
So COVID's been over. And here's a word of advice.
What?
Either caca or get off the pot.
Look, it stopped my momentum. That's what it did. And then,
Well, you know what's great about life?
and then we moved over.
You know
here.
what's great about life?
What?
Every day you have a day to start over. 365 days in a year. And every day you can make the decision to start.
Amen.
Who wants to start
That's
all
what's
over?
great. That's what's great.
Amen.
You choose not to quit playing.
Quit playing.
Amen.
Yeah, just quit playing. Yeah. You have a choice to make.
Yeah, but you know what I hate when you say, "Oh, you must have lost weight with all these chemicals and everything."
No. I never said you.
No, the Pompeo guy.
I said Mike Pompeo. He's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah,
by the way, Tom, I'm very
So
proud
did
of my wife. She's lost 7 pounds.
water, big deal.
I haven't seen you lose 7 pounds.
You're just jealous.
And by the way, she lost it. You probably found it.
7 pounds. Whoopee.
What? Says the one who gained what was he this morning?
284.
She's getting up every morning, Tom, at 4:45 and going walk 3, 4, 5 miles. So I applaud.
70 degrees. It's 12 degrees out here. Come on.
Even when it's nice, you're still not going to go walk.
Exactly. Quit making excuses.
To be fair, it's 19 out there right now.
Tell
And you know where I'm at, Tom, you know it's a balmy 79 where I'm at. So cool breeze off the ocean. Quit being a hater.
I've only lost 2 pounds since we weighed in, but it's the 2 pounds that I put on for Thanksgiving and Christmas eating.
So at least she's getting up and going do something.
Yeah.
Who, Monica?
No,
No.
we.
Oh, we.
Yeah. It looks like 23 people in Turkey have died from drinking bad bootlegged alcohol.
Okay.
Here's the deal. If they outlaw alcohol, people are going to make it themselves. They've done it before. Sometimes you get some bad alcohol. Nintendo Switch 2 will be released April 2nd. Tom, you ever played the Switch?
Never.
Don't ask him what it is.
By the way, many women that you've dated saying that you were the Switch, and it was a big turnoff. One of the persons is dead, another is injured, and a suspect is in custody. SWAT had to be called out in Lubbock. That happened on Sunday. And the sheriff received a call, shots fired. They found one person dead inside the residence, another injured with gunshot wounds. And the deceased person identified as 55-year-old Brony Paul Vaughn. 37-year-old Jorge De Leon was found with gunshot wounds to the torso. And deputies learned the shooting suspect, 48-year-old Paxton Kubia, was still in that residence with a 36-year-old woman. They called out SWAT. They were able to defuse the situation. And a drug dealer in Midland was busted on Thursday. Midland County Sheriff's Office Narcotics Unit arrested Jonathan Paul Thomas. He was charged with drug charges. Some of the drugs that he had, methamphetamine, ecstasy, MDMA, and other drugs. He was charged and is in the Midland Detention Center. I would think a wholesome community like Midland would not have that issue. That's what I was thinking, but maybe I'm wrong. And Janet Yellen dropped a big bomb on the way out. Parting gift from one cabinet official to another. Day that she leaves office, she hit us with the debt limit. Trump has 1 day after he takes office to raise the debt limit. That's it. 1 day. She sent the letter to Mike Johnson, the speaker, Outgoing secretary said that extraordinary measures would go into effect January 21st to avoid a default. 1 day. Trump gets 1 day to breathe.
No, I don't. Don't raise the debt limit.
No, I say don't raise it. And CNN, Michael Ian Black. You ever hear of this guy? He's on CNN. I never heard of him. He's actually an actor that hosts a show. Michael Ian Black.
So he's got 50 people that watch him.
What's that? Yeah, he's got about 50 people watching. Wants to F-bomb impeach Trump before he's sworn in.
Well, too late.
Buddy, it's not going to happen. Sorry. I see a packed house, and he's not going to get impeached. Sorry, it's not going to happen. And Kristi Noem. Tom, where is she from?
I think she's from Michigan, isn't she?
No, she's from South Dakota.
South
What's
Dakota.
in the neighborhood?
It is not in the neighborhood.
Governor of South Dakota. Now, if it was North Dakota and you would have said South Dakota, you would have been in the neighborhood. Yeah, you would have. But Representative James Lankford asked Kristi Noem, by the way, he's from Oklahoma, asked Kristi Noem about the wall. What are we going to do with the money that is being given to build a wall? What exactly will we do? Here's what she said, the way she responds.
Are given to you by Congress to actually build more wall rather than use the funding that's given to you, as the Biden administration did, to do environmental remediation around the border rather than actual border wall and border structure.
Yeah. Senator, President Trump has been clear that he wants to build the wall.
So do we. So
we're going to build the wall. We're not going to do an environmental study to see the effect of building the wall. We're going to build the wall. Thank you, Chris.
Amen.
All right, Tom, on the text, it's already 9:11. Still to come, good news of the day. We'll get to that in just a second. We'll check the weather again. Cold temperatures tonight. If you have animals outside, might be a good idea to bring the domestic animals inside tonight.
Yes. At the very least, they need shelter with some kind of bedding in it that doesn't get wet so that they can retain the heat. At the very, very least.
It's going to be very cold. Tom?
All right, Smokey in Arizona, on when I said there was a $2 bill out there, he said, yeah, Blake, the $2 bill, I believe, is still in production. I have a few at the house. That is from 2022. Now, you texted him and said.
I did.
I just went on and looked, and it is back in production. Now, you denied it at first.
I didn't say it was back in production. I said it's still in production.
Now, thanks for letting me know.
It went out. It had a 10-year hiatus from 1966 to 1976. Now, it does say that the common misconception was that $2 notes stopped being produced in the early 2020s. And so, but they weren't. They're still in production.
Yeah.
But Trump is not on the $2 bill, so you're still wrong.
It's still Jefferson on the $2 bill. Now, that there's commemorative $2 bills that they print everything under the sun on.
Collection thing.
Wacky ducks and everything else.
Yeah. The Constitutionalist has said the U.S. Treasury still prints $2 bills. The last one was printed in 2021, says the Constitution this morning.
Yeah, I just went and looked at the Treasury, and it says it's still in production.
And Monica haters chiming in. Tom naturally got fat again. He did it the buffet way, says the text.
Kevin, I'm going to need you to address this one. There's no name, just a texter. Kevin is a liberal buffoon. Talks just like a Yankee. Needs to go back to Santa Fe, where his kind is.
What?
What the hell? You talking about me?
I think he mixed you up with Tom.
I don't know.
I don't think you're talking about me, buddy. No, definitely. I ain't nowhere even close to being a liberal. Believe me, Tom. Yes.
Well, Tom is a liberal.
But
he just doesn't know it.
A flip flopper. Hello, anybody?
You are a complete flip flopper on almost every single issue.
He is a flip flopper, and he admits it too.
No, he is not a flip flopper. He changed parties.
On core values, Tom. I will never change. Just because I leave the Republican Party,
that doesn't make you a flip flopper.
Flip flopper.
That's not a flip flopper. A flip flopper is what you do, where you change from thing to thing to thing to thing, and whatever's popular.
That means
the party flipped when they said that we weren't going to spend ourselves into debt. And now we have $36 trillion in debt. And keep signing off and siding with the Democrats. Hopefully that changes now.
Well, what about if Trump doesn't go along with that? And you're going to be a flip-flopper on him?
Why? I'm going to hold Trump accountable just like I would hold you accountable. Why would that change?
Apples and oranges.
No, it's not really apples and oranges, Tom. Sorry.
I'm going to have to download that soundbite where Inigo Montoya says, I don't think that word means what you think it means.
Yeah.
Speaking
All right,
of
Monica.
that, somebody said that that's not what turnt meant. You know what? Like, turnt is not a word that's in my vocabulary. And anytime I've heard somebody say, like, yo, we were turnt, it was turned up, like, that's what I associated with. But
it means hyped up.
I have no idea. Maybe we need to get the Urban Dictionary. Tom, can you download the Urban Dictionary?
And this one. It's amazing that a woman has slept with Tom, let alone had a kid with him. How much did he spend on these women to get in bed with him?
Wait, somebody had sex with Tom?
Alá. Ni lo quiero pensar.
Look, he's doubting it too. He was like,
you guys make it sound like I'm retired or something.
Hey, you should have seen his face when you said that. Like, his mouth went off.
He was picturing
Wait,
he was remembering
she
it.
had sex with me?
Mira.
Huh?
And this text says, Tom, what is a cryotherapy? Well, that means is they cut off your head and they freeze you.
No. Cryotherapy is a... They have a...
Yes, that would not be a good therapy, Tom.
They have a chamber, and they put you in there, and you're in there a short period of time, but it drops your temperatures down below freezing. And look, this is used in the NFL and the NBA, and it's so on and so forth. It really helps with pain. So cryotherapy, yes.
So Tom thinks they cut your head off and then
cut
freeze
your head
you.
off.
Well, they did that with Michael Jackson. And they did that with that Boston Red Sox player.
Can we just talk about this really quick? I don't know if you're watching, Kevin, but the Bushes are there, and they were reported to not be there.
Oh, yeah, George and Barbara. No, is it Barbara?
Laura. The Clintons are also there. Barack is there.
Solo.
Right next to each
Solo.
other. Yeah.
Oh, that's Representative Kennedy next to him.
Mm-hmm.
Kennedy, I'm talking. No, not Kennedy. He's the astronaut from Arizona.
Oh,
guy that hates guns.
Yeah, here comes the Supreme Court.
Yeah,
And
Supreme Court.
Yeah, so earlier Jeff Bezos was on there, of course, with Amazon, and Tom recognized him. I was proud of that, and he didn't recognize the guy he was standing next to, which was the Google guy.
Now, are there going to be any regular people coming in to this deal?
Squeezing these people in.
Regular people?
Yeah, like me and you.
No.
Other than reporters, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, that's not that big
I don't
of an
think
area.
reporters get in. I think
Well,
you get
there'll be a pool reporter will be in there because I see some pool cameras. So,
Man.
Yeah, no, every one of these people, Tom, is some political person. There's no.
They got a little clout, right?
Yeah, I mean,
they
I'm
hold
sure
a political
these
office.
people were invited.
Yeah, when they said that Michelle Obama wasn't going, they were like, good, because he's big. I mean, he'd take up a lot of room.
And if you get excited, it takes up more room.
Yeah, it takes up. All right, quick check of the weather this morning being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. You find them at 1105 East 2nd in Roswell, homegrown and proud of it. Farm and Ranch Supplies, Western Wear, Purina Dealer. They've got all the feed for all your animals, livestock and domesticated animals. Not a problem. They have trailers, tanks, fencing material, tack, and so much more. Western Wear and a full-service hardware department in the store. 1105 East 2nd in Roswell, online at roswelllivestock.com. You can also find them in Capitan at the Lincoln County Mercantile. Freezing weather coming up for tonight. High temperature today, getting up to about 29 in Ruidoso. 2 tonight, maybe some snow early on. Tomorrow's high getting up to 33. Weather for southeast New Mexico all day today, sunny and only up to 33. 12 tonight for the overnight low, and then 33 and sunny tomorrow. 5-day forecast, go to W105radio.com. All right, we got to come back with the good news of the day. News this morning being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell, looking for a selection of handguns, rifles, and shotguns. They've got them. They also have collector edition guns like the Tommy gun, Trump Tommy gun, the gold-plated Tommy gun, plus the Trump Fight 1911. They also have the Glock binos with the Trump Glock binos and the 6-hour binos. They've got those. And don't forget, trade in your old gun to get a better gun today. 575-622-0023. Closed Saturday, open on Sunday, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Good news coming up next. We're Beyond the Breakfast Club.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Before greeting President-elect Trump at the White House on this Inauguration Day morning, President Biden's putting his last couple of hours in office to use.
President Joe Biden is now issuing preemptive pardons for former Joint Chiefs Chairman General Mark Milley, former COVID point man Dr. Anthony Fauci, and the members of the House Select Committee on the January 6th riot, which would include the likes of former Wyoming Congresswoman Liz Cheney.
Fox's Evan Brown. President-elect Trump is sworn in at noon Eastern.
Trump is expected to sign over 200 executive actions ranging from border security to energy production. Trump says he's going to deliver for the American people the best first day, biggest first week, and most extraordinary first 100 days of any president.
Fox's Hillary Vaughn. Fox confirms plans to deploy troops to the southern border. It's also Martin Luther King Jr. Day, the first time it's been on Inauguration Day since 1997. America's listening to Fox News.
Time to start something new at Tate Branch Auto Group, the original home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Got a Ford? Save big with $2,000 in Ford Conquest cash on select models. No trade necessary. Just show your registration and drive away with more cash in your pocket. Truck lovers, they've got you covered. 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn up to $11,000 off. 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie up to $9,250 off. 2024 Ram Heavy Duty Tradesman up to $8,000 off. Adventure awaits with Jeep. 2024 Jeep Gladiator Sports 15% under, with all other Jeep Gladiators 20% under MSRP, or choose 0% for 36 months. 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo up to $9,000 off, or 0% for 36 months. 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee up to $5,000 off. Don't wait, these deals won't last. Visit Tate Branch Auto Group today and make the most of the Start Something New sales event.
Is success built overnight, or is it the result of strategic exposure? Either way, every business deserves the chance to thrive. From crafting compelling messages to reaching the right audience, MTD Radio offers a marketing magic that is almost indescribable. Start your journey today by promoting your business with MTD Radio's 7 stations across New Mexico and West Texas. Visit mtdradio.com or call 866-70-RADIO and let us help your business soar. Broadcast your success with the help of this station.
Good times and bad come and go. The dust settles and you take a look around. That's when you see who your real friends are. We've seen our members through the toughest of times. We're conservative and we're consistent. We don't always tell you what you want to hear. Sometimes we say no, but we're always looking out for your best interest. That's what friends are for. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number, you're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
Lact Service Company of Hobbs is hiring field and meter proving technicians. Lact offers competitive pay, company paid insurance, PTO, vacation, and safety days to qualified employees. Stop by 3521 Industrial Drive in Hobbs today to submit an application, or for more information, contact Michael at 575-370-4604. Lact Service Company, serving the oil and gas industry since 1969. Lact Service Company is an equal opportunity employer with family values. values.
When the Soviets launched Sputnik, the world's first satellite, it changed our world. At the New Mexico Museum of Space History in Alamogordo, their Satellites Gallery documents these crafts and how they benefit and impact our lives today. Thousands orbit the Earth and bring us communications, entertainment, and even the weather. They spy and capture images from far-off worlds and feature an Echo 2, part of the first passive satellite experiment. To learn more, visit the New Mexico Museum of Space History in Alamogordo or nmspacemuseum.org.
Medications taking away key nutrients from your body? Struggling with weight loss? Pharmacy 575 offers all your prescription needs and more. From their My Daily Medication program with pre-dosed packages to weight loss plan with in-body scanner or their medication and wellness consultations, let Pharmacy 575 help. With walk-in vaccines and local delivery, they do it all. Go see Pharmacy 575 at 305 East Sanger Suite 600 or call 575-263-2908. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Pharmacy 575. Your health, their priority.
1, 2, 3, here we go.
You see, this is what happens when you let sick people play with powerful toys.
It's like I've got the winning ticket in my pocket.
Here we go, back to being the Breakfast Club. Be part of the show. 877-396-W105.
Pick up the phone and call me right now.
Good news of the day coming up next. Inauguration about to happen. They were just showing Doug Inhofe, and they were showing, of course, Joe Biden.
Yep.
Jill was like, I got to go. Is that what this is about? I
forgot about it.
You know, we did such an amazing job. I mean,
walking like a boss babysitter right there.
She actually looks happy
Yeah,
to get out.
Yeah. You know who looks really bad?
Smile looks genuine.
Bill Clinton looks terrible.
He does look
And I
old.
get it. We're all gonna get old. I get that.
Yep.
But man, he looks bad.
Well, he's married to Hillary. What do you expect?
Well, that was tough. That was
Oh,
tough.
sorry, Tom.
Morning show this morning being brought to you by La Tienda Thriftway. Find them in Carlsbad looking for awesome tortillas. They've got you covered. Corn tortillas, flour tortillas, all your shells. And they're made right there in the store. Right now, they got private label meat brands. They've got the boneless, skinless chicken tenders. Just $1.99 a pound. Cooked shrimp, $5.99 a pound. Get the pork chops, the quarter loin pork chops for $1.69 a pound. London broil, the roast, $3.99 a pound. Get cucumbers, 3 for $1. Also clustered tomatoes, just $1.99 a pound. Avocados, 4 for $1. And you can get potatoes, 5-pound bag. Get 2 for just $4. Big savings going on. They've got the Food Club vegetable oil, 40 ounces. Get 2 for just $5 from the deli department. Get the pickle or olive loaf, $4.99 a pound. Virginia honey ham, just $4.99 a pound. Buffalo chicken breast, $6.99 a pound. From the produce department, eggplant, $1.69 a pound. Onions, you can get the green onions, a bunch for just 99 cents, plus many other specials. And if you're looking for refreshments, they've got Coke, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite, 12-pack, get 2 for $14. Get it all today at La Tienda Thriftway in Carlsbad. We got to get to the good news of the day quickly, Tom. No time to waste with the text.
B, you were saying, yeah, Clinton looked bad. This texter says, yeah, Clinton looks like he's had too many cigars. They're saying this morning.
And John and Pio says, good morning, lady and gents. How many pardons, if any, were handed out today by Tom's president? 3.
A lot. No, he did a whole bunch more than that. It was by association.
Oh, okay. So, but the 3 main ones were the ones that we touched on.
And holier than Lefta says, I wonder how long it will be before the Heritage Foundation comes out and shows that they are running the show.
They are not.
Nationwide abortion bans, 160-hour work month, etc. My guess it'll be a month.
160-hour work week? Did he just say that?
That's what he said. That's what they said.
Said work month.
Yes. Oh, a month. Sorry.
All right.
Et cetera.
That's 40 hours a week, Tom.
My guess is maybe a month.
40 hours a week. That's too much for you.
And there's not going to be a nationwide abortion ban. If you're making a bet on that, I'll take the bet.
Monica,
Yes,
do us a
Supreme
favor.
Court's
Get a
ruled
cattle prod every time Tom says something stupid, hitting with that cattle prod. You're right, Tom. I have a bill with Trump on it. Tom wears flip-flops around as he crop dusts the station, tired and turned. And it does say legal tender on the bill. It doesn't matter what the picture can be used for purchases. And that's all I got.
All right, we got to get out of here. First, though, good news of the day being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington. All you got to do is stop by. He's right across the street from Bob's, or call 575-396-0513. Home, auto, life insurance. You can take care of all of your insurance. Proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
So a dog in Istanbul, Turkey is in the news after showing up at a vet's office carrying a sick puppy in her mouth. Someone found one of her other puppies and brought it in, and she followed them there with the other one. Both puppies were close to death, but now they will be okay. And sometimes things just work themselves out. A woman at a beach in Australia left her key fob too close to the water, and it got sucked out by a wave. So she freaked out until another big wave spit it right back up, and she was elated, and it was caught on a video on TikTok, if you can still get there. A reporter in LA talked to an Los Angeles area fire captain named Dan Levanese, who saved an entire block of his neighbors' homes from the Eaton fire in Altadena. His brother's a firefighter too and came to help. Dan, his brother, and Dan's son, James, kept at it for 48 hours and saved 14 homes. He says he plans to follow in his dad's footsteps and be a firefighter one day. Kevin, that is the good news of the day.
Melania Trump makes her way in.
Look at that state fashion statement.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Marlena's beautiful.
Melania.
Now, can we
show
just,
the respect?
I mean, we got to go, but at
Show
least
some
can
respect.
This is the second term in office. Say her name right, or don't say it at all.
It's about respect at this point.
I respected her.
No, you're not. You're disrespecting
I gave her props for the dress she's wearing.
Melania.
Monica didn't wear no
I'm out.
dress today.
I'm out of here. God
I'm
bless.
outta
I've
here.
had enough of him. I'm done. I'm going to watch the inauguration, wake up early, get ready for the ball game tonight. I never thought I would say it. Buckeyes. Buckeyes.
And
Buckeyes.
and
We'll
Russ-
see you tomorrow
Russ-
morning.
Russ may do a little play-by-play during Tradio here, because that's when
Oh,
the inauguration is going to happen.
There you go. We'll do it during Tradio also. All right, we're out of here. Tom, try to get some sleep so you wake up smarter. Please.
I love Marlena.
Ooh.
So disrespectful.
Turd. That's your name. Turd. Caca for brains. That's your name. Tradio up next. We're out of here.
MTD Radio.